Stand up, New York Giant fans. It's a big game for us, obviously, because we have the Chicago Bears draft pick. So told you guys I would do the next Bears primetime game, being that as Giants fans, we need them to lose. And this is actually a game I think they have a shot to win. I'm obviously picking the Vikings tonight. Vikings are the better team, but it's in Chicago, divisional rival. I think this is a game, when you look at the Bears schedule, they got a shot to win this one. Hopefully they don't. And, Minnesota comes up with the victory. Be big for the Giants. Keep that pick where it belongs in the 5-6 range. Of course, we got the Bears coming up, I think, in 2 weeks. So somebody's got to win that game. But it'd be big for the Giants tonight in terms of the draft position if the Bears were to go down. And unfortunately, as Giants fans, this is what we have to look forward to right now at this time of the season. What's going on there, Evan, man? What's going on there? Jesse, man, what's going on there? Jameson, NY Giants 26 in the chat. Josh in the chat. Crimson in the chat. Chat, should I start the Vikings D in fantasy or the Eagles? I don't even know who the Eagles are playing. Oh, no, the Eagles are playing Washington, right? I think I would start the Vikings. But Washington stinks too in terms of their offense because they got a lot of players out too. That's close. But I think both matchups are pretty good. What's up there, Warren, man? What's going on there? Tornado, man. Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Matter of fact, you're talking about fantasy. I did a quick daily fantasy lineup before I went live. Let me find it real quick on DraftKings. And this is what I got for the game right here. This is my daily lineup. I guess like the guy that you spend the most on is like in your main position where you get like a 1.5 times the amount of points. So I got Justin Jefferson in that spot. I got Dalvin Cook. I got Grant, the wide receiver, who's stepping in. I should get an expanded role due to the fact that Allen Robinson's out. I got Darnell Mooney. I got Osborne, the second wide receiver tonight for the Vikings because Thielen's out. And I got Santos, the kicker. So that's for me to get a little more interest in this game. So I got a daily fantasy lineup myself. Yeah, Browns lost. I saw that they tied up the game at 14 apiece, so they lost. Don't forget me. Fabian, what's going on? Thanks for popping in the stream. Dimitri in the chat, what's going on? He says, I need Justin Jefferson tonight. Well, hopefully you get it. Because I at the end of the day, I just hope the Vikings win. That's all I care about. But did a little $11 tournament there, and maybe I'll win. Maybe you guys will see me going crazy live that I won my daily fantasy contest tonight. Browns won on a field goal. Oh, the Browns won. What's up there, Jalen? I knew that they tied it up at 14 apiece, so that's a big win for the Browns if they got it because they're right in the thick of the AFC North right now. Michael Mooch, what's going on? Donovan says, "Sup, Chris? Feel awful about Shep." Yeah, horrible news, man, about Sterling Shepard. I absolutely love Shep, and just horrible news. I don't think he's going to be back, unfortunately. So they lost. Okay, they lost. Raiders won. Okay, Raiders won. So that's gonna probably knock. I don't know the Browns' remaining schedule, but that's gonna probably knock them out of it. I mean, you got the Steelers now at what 7-6-1, and then obviously you got the Ravens at 8-6, I think it is. And who's the other? And the Bengals, I think, are 8-6 as well, if I'm not mistaken. So that's probably going to knock the Browns out of it. I mean, they weren't doing. I mean, Mayfield didn't play today, but he's been struggling this year. That division as a whole has been somewhat disappointing, but I think that knocks Cleveland out of it. Not mathematically, but they're in a bad spot. What's up there, Bahama man? Thanks for popping in, man. What's up there, Malik? Cleveland plays Green Bay on Saturday. Green Bay's going to smoke them. Cleveland's done. Thoughts on Daniel Jones? I mean, I've given my updated thoughts on Daniel Jones. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to be the long-term answer of this football team as far as the injury status. It's unfortunate, man. He's a guy that I'm rooting for. I hope he has a great career in the NFL, and I hope he becomes the next franchise quarterback for the Giants. But obviously, right now, I'm not supremely confident in that due to the fact the guy's missed 10 games. He struggled this year with the Giants. Not all his fault, but regardless. I think it's going to be hard for the New York Giants to justify giving him a second contract. I hope I'm wrong. I would like nothing. I would like nothing more than, for him to work out. What's going on, Bluegrass Picker, man? I see you comment on my videos. I've done lives with Authentic before, and I'm sure I will. I was actually talking to Authentic. I want to do a New York Giants roundtable when I can. I'm trying to get the day sorted out with a couple of other people, but he's going to be on it when I do. True Apples, man. What's going on, man? He says, a pleasure to say I've been watching you for 2 years. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, man, for all the support that you always show. And, man, thank you so much for being here. Is Fields playing? Yes. I think Justin Fields is playing. Yes. Eric says, I tell you what, if the Bears play like they did versus Green Bay, they will beat the Vikes. You might be right about that. And the thing that I worry about with the Vikings, if you watch the Vikings in their last primetime game, one thing that they've always struggled with this year they get out to a big lead and they always choke it away and they always make it interesting. So even if they get out to a 10 or 14 point lead, I'm not going to feel safe in this game that the Vikings are going to get a W. We need it badly tonight. We need the Vikings to come up with it. But I don't think this game is going to be as easy as some people may think. I saw a lot of picks before the game started. They had the Vikings winning by like 10 points, 14 points. And I hope that's the case. I have a feeling this game is going to be more competitive than some people may think. I don't know what the spread was on this game. Sven, man, what's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. NY Giants 26, man. Thank you very much. We need the member stream back. Yeah, maybe I'll do that this week at some point. Maybe I can't do it tomorrow because I'm doing the some point. I'm busy. But maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I got to figure it out. But yes, I got to do that at some point this week. Jalen, what's going on, man? Next Giants trio: Kenny Golladay, Tony Jameson. Oh no, I don't want them taking another wide receiver in the first round, man. That'd be crazy talk. Let's see what we got. Malik Willis is a mix of Watson and Lamar. I don't know how people can't see how talented some quarterbacks in the draft are. Better than Lawrence. Man, we'll see. OVO. I'm not gonna go that far. I see what people see in Malik Willis. The guy's definitely athletic and he's definitely got arm talent. But I don't know, man. The guy's played sloppy at times. He throws a lot of stupid interceptions. We'll see. Maybe my opinion will change. I definitely see the raw physical attributes that you're referring to. Chris, excited to see your live. Yeah, I figured I'd do the Bears game. I did the Bears game last time there was a primetime game. And obviously these games mean so much for the Giants. So I said I'd do it again. At this point, these are just as important as our games. If we're being real, we're 4-10. And I think a lot of Giants fans at this point are thinking about draft position. And this has nothing to do with tanking. You're rooting for the Bears to lose to get a better draft pick. So I think it's important as Giants fans, with these games. We need O-linemen. We need multiple O-linemen. And Art, man, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for popping in, man. Says, hey, Chris, how would you feel? Hold on, let me read this real quick. And thank you to everybody for being here. How would you feel about Kyle Hamilton at 5 if Neal and the edge aren't there? We need an inside linebacker and could help erase tight ends, go Minnesota. Yeah, I've at least opened up to that being a possibility. I was kind of talking about with the cornerback. You're talking about the safety, but most people feel Kyle Hamilton's the best player in this year's draft. I think the Giants, if you ask me right now to do a mock for the Giants today, and it didn't involve picking a quarterback, I would probably mock with one of our picks, the best available offensive lineman. And I think that's a lock. I think they're going to take one offensive lineman almost no matter what with one of those two picks. And then I think I would mock the best available defensive player. Whether that be Kyle Hamilton, whether that be the cornerback that's going high in these mocks, whether it be an edge, whoever they have as their best available defensive player, that would probably be my mock. I'm not in love with taking a safety, but I think it's a possibility. They need a lot of help on that defense. So whoever they feel is the best available defensive player that can make the biggest impact on this team, that's probably what I would have mocked right now to the Giants. And Hamilton may be that guy. I mean, a lot of people are talking really highly about him. It's still way too early to start thinking about the draft, but I do think right now, if you ask me, I think it'll be line and BPA on the defensive end, whether that be a corner, safety, edge, middle linebacker. That's where I think the New York Giants would go today. Of course, this is like 4 months before the draft. We got a lot of time before it comes, but right now, today, that's where my head is. Ryan, man, thank you very much, man. He says, we'll probably suck next year, too. So Bryce Young 2023. I don't think we're going to suck that bad, Ryan, if I'm being honest with you. I think we're probably going to suck, but to suck that bad, that means you have to have the worst record in the NFL, because more than likely, and things could change. Bryce Young could have a very underwhelming year, and maybe he does fall in the pecking order in terms of the draft. You're talking a year and a half in advance right now. But if Bryce Young's as good as people think he's going to be, and he's like an undoubted, if he's like Trevor Lawrence and he's going to be a no doubt number 1 overall pick, I don't think we're going to be that bad. But maybe they will. The Giants have surprised me. They picked 11th or worse each of the last now 5 years after this year. So maybe they will. Don't rule it out. I know Punk Bitch, man. Thank you very much. He says, would they delay the Super Bowl if, let's say, the stars of each team and head coach got COVID? I think they would still have to play as scheduled. That's actually a really good question. I remember people were talking about that last year. I mean, I hope, that's a great question. You have 2 weeks before the game. So I would like to think if they found out, say 10 to 12 days before the game, they would be able to get them ready to go before the game. That's actually a great question. That's a question a lot of people had going into last year's Super Bowl. My guess is they would not delay it. and I got to let my dog up in a second. She's already starting to bark. But my guess is they would not delay it because you think about all these people with these travel plans, booking hotels, planning to go, to go to the Super Bowl for that week. I think it would be a scheduling conflict. I don't think they would delay it. It would just be an unfortunate occurrence. So these players better make sure they stay healthy going into that game. But yeah, that would be my guess. The fact though that you have 2 weeks, I think it would help a lot of those players. But let me let the dog up real quick. She's already starting to bark. All right, Neo. I know. The Giants suck. You're upset. I get it. Hold on 1 second. Let's go. Upstairs we go. Come on. The Giants stink. Neo, come on. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you so much. I know Punk Bitch, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't think they would delay the Super Bowl, due to COVID. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Like I said, something that a lot of people were talking about last year going into the Super Bowl. Mr. Mini Guy, stand up. I got a weekend job a couple weeks ago, far more productive than watching the Giants on Sunday. Yeah, Mini Guy, I don't blame you, man. I actually saw your comment on my video today. You're like, did the Giants win or lose? Like you didn't watch the game because you're so checked out with this team. And, I don't blame Giants fans right now that are checking out based off the way this team has played. But thank you so much for popping in, man. Yuri says, Philly 500, I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. Go Vikings. What's going on, Yuri, man? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. They ended up with what? Jalen Reagor? That didn't work out too well for them. NY Giants 26 says, drafting wide receiver in the first, I don't like. Most star receivers aren't first-round picks. We need better scouts, truthfully. We draft O-line, then running back, quarterback, wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, if our team was built differently and we had the offensive line situated, I might change my opinion on that. But right now, with the way this team is built, we can't afford to take another first-round wide receiver. That'd be ridiculous. We have way too many other holes at more important positions. So this past year, we spent $72 million on a receiver, and we spent a first-round pick on another. You got to hope that those guys grow and improve as players. I'm not saying that you completely ignore the position. Maybe you take one in the third or the fourth round, but I'm not even thinking wide receiver in the first round. I'm thinking best available defensive player. I'm thinking offensive line. And potentially the new GM could be thinking quarterback. I'm not saying that's what I would think, but I'm definitely not thinking wide receiver at all in the first round. Probably not the first two rounds. Let's see what we got. Brandon Walsh. What's going on, man? Malik Willis and Ritter are complete. Let me expand this because it's actually coming a little small for me, so it's easier for me to read. Malik Willis and Ritter are complete. What if prospects who have a low chance of actually putting it all together, Pickett or Corral, or no quarterback at all? Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody says about Malik Willis. He's got a lot of, raw physical skills, but, he's not the complete package in terms of being fully developed. He'd be a project if the New York Giants were to bring in a guy like that. I'm not in love with any of the guys from what you read. I've watched a little bit of Pickett. I've watched a bit of Corral. I don't think any quarterback in this draft is going to be worth a top 5 or 6 selection. If they take one, of course, I'm going to hope to be wrong. I'm going to hope that most people are wrong because most people feel that way. But if it were me, I would not take a quarterback. John Mann, he says, one holiday wish post on Spotify, please. I actually do, John. I started a new podcast with Mike Too Nice, actually, and I got to get in touch with Mike. We'll probably have our second episode this week. But, yeah, I started a new podcast with Mike. It's Giants talk, but it's also like broad NFL. So we're going to always talk Giants, like whatever the hot topic is. Like this week, we'll probably talk about Jake Fromm and, maybe a little draft talk, offseason talk, whatever else it may be. But it's going to be, primarily Giants, but also broad NFL. Like we're going to touch on the playoffs and everything else. It's about an hour podcast, 45 minutes to an hour. Last week, we talked about, what did we talk about? We talked about the rumor with Russell Wilson to the New York Giants, and we talked about the report that came out that Joe Judge more than likely was going to be back with the Giants. But yeah, I do have a podcast on Spotify and on Apple, which is called Mike and Tana Talking Sports. Mike and Tana Talking Sports. I think that's the name of it. What's going on there, Nicky Man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. I think it's spelled like this. Mike and Tana Talking Sports. I think that's the name of it. But it's only one episode in. It's just something I'm going to do for fun on the side. But yeah, we started that last week. Brandon, man, thank you very much, man. The teams ahead of us all have their quarterbacks, so odds are we will get a pick of whoever Judge or the GM likes. That is if we draft the quarterback, of course. Yeah, we're about to get set to kick here. But yeah, when you I mean, the Lions may take a quarterback, but outside of them, the Jaguars obviously are not drafting a quarterback. The Jets are not drafting a quarterback. And who's the other team? I feel like there's another team that could potentially take a quarterback. I'm trying to think who's the 4 worst teams. You've got the Lions, the Jaguars, the Jets, and Houston. Houston could take a quarterback. The Jaguars and Jets definitely won't. Vikings, rather, are going to field this from the 4. They're going to take it out there to the 20 and tackle down out of bounds at the 23. Hopefully the Vikings get a good job here on this first drive. MY Giants 26 says, oh, yeah, saw Spider-Man. Oh, my God, dude. Hopefully you saw my review on my movie channel, but Spider-Man was freaking awesome, man. I can't wait for Matrix. I've been catching up on the older Matrixes. I watched the original 2 nights ago. I got to watch the second and third before I watch the new one, but I'm going to have a review up for that as well. But the new Spider-Man was absolutely terrific. Kirk Cousins coming out under center here, 14:55 to go here in the first play from scrimmage. Osborne in motion left to right. Cousins under center. He's going to take the snap, little play action. Got some backside pressure. Cousins rolling up. Now he's going to take off. He's going to run with it, and he takes a shot to the head there as he goes down for a gain of about 6. 14:43 to go here in the first. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Cousins and the Vikings offense. So good start for Cousins. What's up there, sports influencer? Always love to see Slurpee in here, man. What's going on, man? And MY Giants 20. Oh, movie channel, if you want to check it out. I don't have the link, but here. It's simple. It's just spelled like this. This is my movie channel. As Cousins takes the snap, he's going to turn and give to Cook. And Cook will get about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2. But this is the name of the channel. It's just like my sports channel. It's Entertainer Talking Movies instead of Entertainer Talking Sports. MY Giants 26 says, did you watch both end credits? Yes, I did. But I don't want to give any spoilers away to people that may have not watched it. But yes, I did watch both end credits. The second one in particular, I absolutely love. But I don't want to give anything away. But yeah, I loved it. 32 here. 13:54 to go here in the first. It'll be a big play here for the Vikings. Cousins coming out in the shotgun here from his own 30. He's going to motion out Cook out wide right. Empty backfield here, 4 wide set. Bears with a 3-man front. They'll come with 4. Cousins drops back. Got a man that's caught. I think that was Osborne there. The receiver kind of stepping in for Adam Thielen, who's out for the game. 13:30 to go here in the first. Pickup of about 6 and a Vikings first down. And Tyler says, oh, dude, I love him, man. You're talking about the offensive lineman from NC State. That guy's a beast. Depends on where we're going to be picking. Depends on who's going to be available. Obviously, Evan Neal right now is pretty much the consensus number 1 tackle prospect, but that could change. But yeah, I've had my eye on him. That guy is super physical. Cousins under center is going to take the snap. He's going to turn and give. Dalvin Cook cuts it back up the middle, gets about 3. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 as the Vikings are approaching the 40-yard line. So a good run there. NFL Expert says, do you think Kemba will get minutes? Yeah, he played pretty well last game, so they may start letting him back into the rotation. I didn't see any reason for him not to get minutes after all the players were out, all banged up and everything. So, yeah, he may start to get some more minutes. I do think the Knicks are going to start to integrate the younger players, though, as the season progresses, unless things start to really turn around quick. 12:30 to go here in the first. It'll be a 2nd and 6 here for the Vikings. Cousins under center, play action. 5-step drop. Now he's going to look to his right. He's going to check it out in the flat. And that was Ham, the fullback. He got about 3. It'll be 3rd and about 2 or 3 here. 12:17 to go here in the first. Cousins with he's the check down king, this guy. My dream scenario is draft Hutchinson and Linderbaum. Vin, I would be absolutely in love with that scenario. You get yourself a high-end tackle. I'd be absolutely in love with that scenario. You get arguably the best edge rusher in this draft class. I'm not banking on him dropping to us, but I'd be in love with that. 3rd and 3 here for the Vikings. 11:54 to go here in the first. Cousins coming out in the shotgun formation. He's got Cook to his left, takes the snap. 3-step drop. He's going to throw up a floater, and he just missed him. He overthrew him by about a yard. He had a man down the left sideline, but the Vikings are going to have to punt here. 11:38 to go here in the first. And the Bears are going to get the football. So we'll get to see Justin Fields. We saw him last week. He overthrew him. He had Conklin, the tight end, as Ogletree was beating coverage, but he missed him by about a half yard. Oh, man. And the Vikings set to punt it away. 11:34 to go here in the first. That's going to bounce at about the 15. Bears will pick it up at the 10. Now they're going to run it back, turning the corner there at the 15. And Grant is knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Grant was the guy last game, if I'm not mistaken, right, guys, that had like he had a couple of big plays, right? Didn't he have like a really long touchdown? He had a couple of plays on special teams, if I'm not mistaken. That guy's dynamic on special teams. Obviously, the Bears are known for their strong special teams play with Devin Hester, right? Probably the best kick returner in the history of football. But I think that was the guy last week who had a couple of big plays for them. Joey G, what's going on, man? Chris, how would you feel if Judge got fired if Patrick Graham became the head coach? I know they're a package deal, but I feel more comfortable with him. I mean, I wouldn't be upset. I like Patrick Graham. I like Patrick Graham. I don't know how much I like him as a head coach candidate, but like you just said, I don't see it being really realistic. Here's my thoughts, man. I mean, if they hired Graham, I'd be okay with it. But for me, if you ask me what I want, if they're going to move on from Judge, I want no attachments to the coaching staff. I want the GM to come in, and I want him to have full say in who he wants to bring in. That's what I want. If it's Patrick Graham, so be it. But I just don't see that happening. I think it would be an outside head coach if you're going to bring in an outside GM. In the end, I still think, and I'm not saying I want this. I'm going to continue to say this. If it was up to me, and I'll probably have another video up on this tomorrow. If it was up to me, I'd move on. I would fire Judge. I'd start completely over. And I've said my reasoning as to why, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to keep Judge. That's honestly what I feel right now. Judge always talks like he expects to keep his job, and all signs point to that'll be the case, but we'll see. I think it's the wrong decision. I think they got to bring in the best GM possible, but I don't think they're going to do it. And the sports influencer, man, my man, thank you for being a member for 17 months. Tons of memories with this channel. Glad I've been here for the ride. Although New York sports aren't looking great, I know you're still going to bring the energy. I always bring the energy. You know that, Slurpee, man. Glad to see you, buddy. Eventually it's going to get good. I may be 90, but eventually it's going to get good, Slurp. And they're showing American Underdog. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer to that. I actually think that's a great story for a movie. They just showed the trailer for that, the Kurt Warner movie, which is such a cool story. Kurt Warner was actually bagging groceries before he got his opportunity with the Rams. And then all of a sudden, the guy who's winning MVP awards and Super Bowls actually ended up on the Giants there for a bit. So I think that movie comes out on Christmas. I think that'll be a cool story, man. I think that's a good movie script. NFL Expert says, here's my bet to win $180. Jets over 89.5. Jet maybe misspelled something. Oh, Justin Jefferson, maybe you meant to say, over 89.5 yards. Primetime, Kirk over 259. Minnesota money line and Jakeem Grant touchdown. I hope you get it, man. Good luck on your bet. And there's the first play from the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the play as the Bears ran off the left tackle. 11:17 to go here in the first. It's going to be a hold on the Bears, so bring that back. It would have been a 10-yard gain, and that's erased. Hopefully you hit on your bet, man. See, all right, so Justin Jefferson needs a touchdown over 89.5 yards. I'll remember that because that kind of goes hand in hand with Kirk Cousins. So if Jefferson catches a touchdown, I'll remember that. Let's see. Justin Jefferson, Chris, that's his nickname. Yeah, that's what I figured it was, man. So here we go. 11:17 to go here in the first. No score. First drive of the game for the Bears. Showing Jason Peters there on the sideline. Out tonight with an ankle injury. The veteran. Fields coming out in the shotgun here from his own 8. First and 18 after the penalty. Drops back to pass. High throw. Oh, I thought that was going to be an interception. Was looking for Cole Kmet. Kind of went off his left shoulder pad, and it ricocheted up in the air, but there wasn't a Vikings defender there to hold it in. Oh, man, I thought they had a pick there. So it'll be 2nd and 18 here for Fields. Come on. What's going on there, Corey, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Showing the Star Watch, Montgomery, Mooney, Kendricks, and Harrison Smith for the Vikings. That's the Star Watch on the defense. On the offense, it's Montgomery and Mooney. Men in motion here. Fields coming out in the gun from his own 8. Too wide to the right. He'll take the snap. He's going to turn and give up the middle. Montgomery nowhere to go. Vikings stuff him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 18. Good push there by the interior defensive line. Get him off the field. Marco Polo says, do you think we can get Armstead in free agency? I don't think we're going to be able to get many people in free agency because we don't have a whole lot of money. And I don't think it's in the best interest to start backloading contracts. Fields takes the snap, drops back. He's going to throw it in the flat. That's Cole Kmet. Kmet's going to cut it back to the middle. And they're going to get a good amount of yardage here. They're going to give the punter some room, but they will be forced to punt. They get it up to about the 20. I think Kmet got about 11 yards there on that catch. 10-20 to go here in the first. 4th and 5 as the Vikings will set up for their second drive. Bears will have to punt. Giants can still make the playoffs. It's mathematically possible. It's also mathematically possible that I could end up marrying, name the hottest woman on earth, but it's probably not going to happen. It's mathematically possible, but it's probably not going to happen. 4th and 5. Jessica Biel. I'll say her. That's the first name that popped in my head. It's mathematically possible I could marry her. Punts away. It's a low line drive. And the Vikings are going to field that at the 35 to the 40 to the 45. Spins out of it. Tackle down at the 46. Minnesota will have it around midfield. 9:40 to go here in the first as Kirk Cousins getting set to take the field. Save tact. I freaking love that guy. You're talking about the guy from NC State. I love that guy. He's projected by many to be a guard, but I love him. Smiling ear to ear, knowing one of the top 5 prospects, Hutchinson. Let me see what Slurpee just said there. Blake Lively. Yeah, she's hot. Smiling ear to ear, knowing that the top 5 prospects, Hutchinson, Tibbs, Stingley, Hamilton, and Neal going to be in Big Blue. Yeah, well, exactly. Don't bank on that. You never know, man. You never know, man. You never know who we're going to end up picking, right? So I never take any of that for granted going into the draft. But we'll have the opportunity if we pick top 5 to get one of those 5 guys for sure. Probably 2 of them, if I had to guess, because there's probably a good chance at least one quarterback goes before us or a surprise pick. It always happens. Dalvin, I think, is out. Maybe somebody in the chat could knows that for sure. I think he's out. And Mark, man, thank you very much, man. He says, I'm hearing Abrams is the guy next year. I heard that too. At least that it's a possibility. But I read that article, Mark. I'm not going to read too much into it. It was written by Jason LaConfort of CBS Sports, but he didn't say that Kevin Abrams is the favorite. He didn't say that Kevin Abrams is like a definitive possibility. He just said that he's going to be a candidate, basically. That's basically what he said, and that he thought he'd be a guy that would be in strong consideration for the job. But I think we all knew that. We all knew that Abrams was going to at least get an interview. He got an interview last time around. He's an assistant general manager for the team. I don't think they'll go with Abrams. If they went with Kevin Abrams, the fan base would absolutely revolt, including myself. I would tear them to shreds. So I don't see that happening. I'd be shocked. Now, they may hire from within, but I don't think it'll be Abrams if they do that. If anybody, I think they'd hire Kyle O'Brien, who I'd be still not that happy with, but I would be happier than Abrams. I don't think they'll hire Abrams. Let's see. NY Giants 26 says, Chris, when you get married, you better not leave us. Nah, man, I'm here to stay, man. I'm here to stay, man. You're always going to get New York Giants content from me. NFL Expert says top 5 receivers right now. I mean, let me take a quick look at the stats. But, I mean, Jefferson, I would think, is up there, right? Let me take a quick look at the stats. Kupp has to be up there. And I know a lot of people point to his situation, but Cooper Kupp's like an MVP candidate this year with the year he's putting up. Devontae Adams, of course, has got to be up there, too. Let me see. And ironically enough, those are the 3 top in yards. Kupp, Jefferson, and Adams. Godwin's out for the year now. I saw that. But he wouldn't be in my top 5. Jamar Chase might be in my top 5. He's been incredible this year, and I'd probably have Tyreek Hill. I think that'd be my top 5. Kupp, Jefferson, Adams, Hill, and Jamar Chase. And here's a screen pass out of the break here for the Vikings. Nowhere to go there. No gain. 2nd and 10. Bears did a good job covering that up, but I think that'd be my top 5. I think Kupp's terrific save tack. He's awesome. Guy's got like 1,500 yards, man. You wouldn't put Chase in the top. Jamar Chase is damn good, Josh. What's up there, Philip Manning's popping in. And here's Cousins. Cousins is going to throw it again out in the flat. That's caught. And Dalvin Cook's going to get about 2.5, maybe 3. It'll be 3rd and long. Bears doing a good job there. Guarding the running back coming out of the backfield. 8:50 to go here in the first. Cook had a big game last time out. I remember that. I was watching it on TV. He had a huge game. Dalvin isn't out. Okay. Debo's good. Debo's definitely good. 8:34 to go here in the first. 3rd and 8. Maybe he's not top 5 yet. I think he will be. Hopkins is great. Cousins takes the snap out of the gun, drops back to pass, empty backfield, throws it over the middle. That's caught. And Justin Jefferson down to the 33. Justin Jefferson, damn good wide receiver for the Vikings. And I got him as my my captain on my daily fantasy team tonight. So hopefully he has a big day. Nice throw by Cousins. How about them Cowboys? What's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. Congratulations on the win. Meat, what's going on, man? No, he doesn't. He cannot think that the Eagles receivers are in the top 5. And there's a run up the middle. Nice cut there by Dalvin Cook. And he's going to cut it back up for a gain of 8 up to about the 26-yard line. 7:33 to go here in the first. We're about halfway through. It'll be 2nd and short here for the Vikings. No score as Minnesota's starting to drive and thrive. Dalvin Cook, there it is. Last week against the Steelers, he had 205 yards on the ground. And I remember watching that game and being like, oh, my God, I wish the Giants could open up holes like this. 7:15 to go here in the first. 2nd and 3 for Minnesota. Cousins under center from the 27. He's got Cook in the backfield. He's going to go right back to him. Cook, nice cutback run to the 20, down to the 16, maybe the 17-yard line. A 10-yard scamper there by Dalvin Cook. Good run there. Look at the cutback by Cook. Nice hole. First and 10 for the Vikings. No, I mean DeAndre Hopkins has to be. He's up there. Here's the handoff up the middle to Cook, and Cook's going to get stuffed at the 15. DeAndre Hopkins, I always used to argue was, and this is not a fumble. That's going to be called back. I always used to argue that DeAndre Hopkins was arguably the best receiver for years because he had so much crap to work with at the quarterback position. You can't say that anymore, but when he was coming up in the league with Houston, I mean, they had Brian Hoyer throwing him footballs, and DeAndre Hopkins has always been ultra consistent. He's a great wide receiver. He's probably in the top 5, but you got to put Cooper Kupp in there. He's having too good of a year. He has to be in the top 5. And what's going on, Texas Liberty, man? Glad to see you here, buddy. And here's Minnesota. They're going to get right back to it, and there's a handoff up the middle. That was not Dalvin Cook. That was the backup. I know they picked up Wayne Gallman. That was not him. That was a pickup of about 3. It'll be a 3rd and 5 here. 5:35 to go here in the first. Anytime I see somebody running a Minnesota uniform, I think about Adrian Peterson. Definitely one of the greatest running backs ever. Arguably the greatest running back in the last, 20 years. Incredible player. 5:15 to go here in the first. 3rd and 5. Cousins coming out in the shotgun formation. From the 13. Takes the snap. 3-step drop. Looking, cooking, throwing. Corner. He's got him. Touchdown, Vikings. Let's freaking go. Justin Jefferson in the corner of the end zone. 6-0 Minnesota. Let's go. We need that draft pick. Let's go. 5:03 to go here in the first. Nice touch there by Kirk Cousins. 6-0. And Grim says, thing I fear about Jones is that even if he's given an offensive line, certain things you can't fix, ability to go through reads, decision-making, low ceiling. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully they get him a line. Snap, hold, kick good if he is back as the starter next year, which I'm leaning he probably will be, but I don't know that for a fact. I'm definitely not close to near 100% on that. And if they get him the line and he doesn't take a dramatic step, then we're definitely moving on. So we'll see whether we move on or not this offseason, but I just want them to try to fix this line this year regardless, man. NFL Expert says, what about Julio? Yeah, I wouldn't put Julio in the top 5. I wouldn't put Julio. Not anymore, no. I'm not saying he's washed. I mean, I don't watch every one of Julio's games, but no, I wouldn't put him in the top 5 anymore. He is one of the greatest wide receivers ever, but I wouldn't put him in the top 5 anymore. Chris, if my Cowboys don't sign Michael Gallup, do you want him? No, we don't have the money, man. We don't have the money to sign somebody like that. I think Michael Gallup is great. He's an ultra talented wide receiver, but we don't have the money, man. DJ, what's up, man? Kirk Cousins top 10? I would say no. I do think Kirk Cousins is a little bit underrated by some fans, and I think like I think he's unfairly, graded in terms of that the guy can't win big games. He's a good quarterback. Top 10? He's close, but I wouldn't put him top 10. Let me think. Let me name 10 quarterbacks I'd rather have. I'd rather have Tom Brady. I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers. I'd rather have Kyler Murray. I'd rather have Dak Prescott. I'd rather have Matt Stafford. Off the top, who I'm trying to think who I haven't mentioned yet. But I don't think he'd be top 10. I'm going to go by division. Nobody in our division outside of Dak. NFC North, I'm going Rodgers. We're going to skip over Cousins. Nobody on the Bears. Nobody on the Lions. So that's 2 so far. NFC South, I'm taking him over Matt Ryan, so I'm not going Matt Ryan. Nobody on the Panthers. Nobody on the Saints. And who am I forgetting in the South? Saints, Panthers. Who am I forgetting off the top of my head? I said Saints, Panthers, Falcons. Oh, and the Bucks. Tom Brady. That's 3. NFC West, I'm going with Kyler Murray. That's 4. I'm going with Matt Stafford. That's 5. I'm not going with Garoppolo. And I said the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Rams, and the Seahawks. Russell Wilson is 6. AFC East, nobody on the Jets, nobody on the Patriots. I'm going with Josh Allen at 7. Nobody on the Dolphins. AFC South, nobody currently on the Texans. I mean, he'll be back next year if you want to count him. So that's 8. Deshaun Watson. So I'm going to count him. He'll be back next year. I would put him and Tannehill at about the same. I'll give you the benefit there. I'll put him over Tannehill, but they're about the same to me. As the Vikings set to kick it away. I think Wentz is about the same also. So I'll put him above Wentz. That ball is going to go out of the end zone as the Bears will start at their own 25. Who am I forgetting? I said the Titans. I said the Colts. Jaguars, right now, I'd have to put him above Lawrence, even though I think Lawrence is going to be better. And Pusha, what's going on, man? So I think so far I had 8. AFC North, I'm putting him above Ben right now. Burrow's close. I'd probably still have Cousins above Burrow right now. Burrow could easily pass him. Fields going to take the snap. He's going to give up the middle, and there's a gain of about 9. I said the Steelers about. I'm taking him above Mayfield. Lamar Jackson, I'm taking above him. That's 9. And AFC West, I'm taking Herbert. So there's 10 right there. There's 10. And Mahomes is 11. There's a handoff. Nice cutback there for the Bears. That'll be a first down at the 41. So for me, he's in like that 12 to 15 range. That's probably where I have Cousins. I think he's like a little bit outside of the top 10, but I do think he's a good quarterback. He's not like I don't think he's as bad as some people make him out to be. 4:20 to go here in the first. It'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Bears. Going to read that in 1 second. Pusha, man. Thanks so much for being here, buddy. I would put Tannehill above him, COVID, but I'd put them in like the same grouping. So I said for the, to give him the benefit of the doubt, I'd put them in that same grouping, like 12 to 15. Fields going to take the snap out of the gun. He's going to hand off there to Grant. Grant has so much speed. Look at him still going. I remember him last game, man. This is like the future Devin Hester for the Chicago Bears. He gets 13 off the end around, 3:48 to go here in the first. And Pusha, man, thank you very much. No, Hurts stinks, man. Hurts stinks. What are the chances we pick Kyle Hamilton with one of the top 10 picks with Peppers likely not returning? Somebody asked me that earlier at the top of the stream. I think it's possible if he's there. It might not be what I want, but I definitely think it's possible if the Giants are in love with the guy. I think right now, if you ask me if I was doing a mock, the Giants would probably take the best available defensive player, and they would take the best available offensive lineman with their two picks. That would be my guess. And there's a handoff. Nowhere to go there for Montgomery. He's going to lose about a yard. But if they love him, I could definitely see them taking him. I think they're definitely going in line with one of the picks. And, if one of the top 2 edge rushers are there right now, if I was doing a mock, I would have the Giants taking him. If not, I could see them taking a corner. I could see them going with Hamilton. I could see them going with a middle linebacker. Or I could see them doubling up on the offensive line. But I definitely think it's a possibility. 2nd and 11. Fields coming out in the shotgun formation. He's got Montgomery to his right. He'll take the snap. He's going to keep it on the RPO. And he fumbled the football. Vikings ball. Fields got it stripped away as he was trying to take off and run. Anthony Barr comes up with it. 2:37 to go here in the first. It's going to be Vikings ball. Let's friggin' go. Wow, man. He didn't even try to strip that. He kind of just, maybe he did. Maybe that was intentional. He hit him with like his shoulder pad, and it jarred the ball loose. And the Vikings came up with it. Anthony Barr fell on top. So it'll be Vikings ball when we get back. And NFL expert says we should have extended Tomlinson while we had the chance. Yeah, I mean, Tomlinson has not had a great year this year, but I still would have preferred Tomlinson to like Kyle Rudolph or Logan Ryan. So I'm going to agree with you on that. But to my knowledge, he has not played that well this year. I don't watch every Vikings game. It's so weird rooting for any New York City North team except Detroit. What's up, Texas Liberty, man? Thanks for popping in, man. Oh, yeah, because you're from Texas, of course. It's good for the Giants, man. I got to root against the Bears. I got nothing against the Bears. Just this year. I hate them. Let's see. Justin Fields equals Cam Newton. I don't really see that comparison, John, to be honest with you. Let me get this guy out of the chat. I don't really see that comparison, to be honest with you. Just want to make sure I block the right guy. Oh, he's already hidden. Somebody must have hit him already. Unhide user on this chat. Somebody must have hit him already. My chat's just behind. Okay. Thank you, guys. Carr. Oh, I forgot about Carr. I would take Carr over Kirk. But again, I think Carr's like in that same. I think he's in that same grouping. Like Carr, Tannehill, Kirk. They're interchangeable for me. All those guys are in like that 12 to 16 range, something like that, like slightly above average starting quarterbacks. I'd put him in that same grouping. Yeah, he's going to come back in Sports Influencer. He'll do it again. What's up, Blue Vega, man? Thanks for popping in. Jimmy Garoppolo, let's get him if available. The only problem with Garoppolo is he's still under contract. I think he's got another $27 million on his contract next year. And my guess is the 49ers are going to be able to get something for him. He's having a pretty good year this year for the Niners. Maybe they even keep him for another year, and they let Trey Lance learn if the Niners finish strong this year. We'll see. But that's the only thing. I don't think they're just going to cut him, and I don't think the Giants are going to be able to take on his salary if they want to bring in a guy like that. And Pack Rat, man, they can be a member for 4 months. This year is as bad as the Giants can be. This is as low as it will be. Keep grinding, so when we do good, it will all be worth it. Let's go, Giant. Man, I appreciate it, man. And the first play coming out of the timeout as Kirk Cousins is sacked. 2:29 to go here in the first. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is as low as it'll ever be, man. Since I've been on YouTube, I keep saying to myself, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse. Last year, there was a little bit of hope, but it was false hope, which made it even worse this year. So I'm going to try to continue to remain optimistic, continue to love my football team. But I am not going to go in near as optimistic going forward until such time this team proves anything to me. I'm going to be very reserved in my praise for this Giants football team. They got to earn that. 2 minutes to go here in the first, 7-0. Cousins with the ball out of the gun. He's going to turn and give it to Cook. Cook dashing down the left side, and he's going to barrel forward for 10 right up to midfield. It'll be about 3rd and 7. They had a big loss on the first play, so good call there by the Vikings to get the majority, more than the yardage back that they lost. Well, I'm not going to jinx the Giants anymore. I'm not even doing record predictions anymore. I don't care if I think the Giants are going to the Super Bowl. I'm not doing another record prediction ever again. I will do it week by week. I ain't doing preseason record prediction. I ain't doing that. Minute 25 to go here in the first. Because then you get all the people, oh, you were the 9-win guy. Oh, like every other Giants content creator. Here comes Cousins coming out in the gun. So I ain't doing that no more. Minute 15 to go here in the first. Cousins out of the gun. Empty backfield. Drops back to pass. Throws over the middle. Nice. Oh, they broke it up. They almost picked that off. There's going to be a flag, though. This might be defensive pass interference or hit on a defensive receiver. The Vikings receiver's down. I think it was the tight end. Minute 07 to go here in the first. Now he's back up. We'll see what the call is. Yep, it's going to be an unnecessary roughness. So it's going to be a first down for the Vikings. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. No, I know you're kidding, Albin. I just know I'm just telling you how the trolls are. Chris, will Dave be back? No, Dave Gettleman's gone, man. Dave Gettleman's gone. That's a bad flag. That's a horrible flag. I just saw the replay. That's a horrible flag. Well, maybe it was helmet to helmet. And maybe that, yeah. I'll take it because it's going to take it here from the 35. He's going to motion Ham here, offset eye. Takes the snap. He's going to give. Nice cutback run. Man, can this guy run? Dalvin Cook for a 9-yard gallop, man. He's starting to open it up here. Minute to go here in the first. And Horny Tana. Thank you very much, man. You horn dog. He says, whoa, Tana, did you dress up for the stream today? Either way, I likes it. Look at the horn dog coming in. What's going on, man? Showing the replay here. I don't know, man. It's the only thing that makes any sense to me. They thought it was a helmet to helmet, but 17 on the plate clock. Here's Cousins coming out in the gun. He's going to motion Ham left to right. He'll take the snap. He's going to give to Cook. Cook tries to turn it down the right side. He'll get 3. It'll be a Vikings first down up to the 24, as that's going to end the first quarter with the Vikings up 7-0. Great news for the Giants. Oh, where's the score on the screen? My bad. It's 7-0. It's because I pulled up a chat. I forgot to put it back up, but now I'll change the quarter. There you go. 7-0 Minnesota. My bad. I won't pull up the chats anymore, so I don't forget to do that. NFL experts. Thank you very much, man. He says, Chris, if you don't stream again, I just want to say Merry Christmas to you and your family and hope you stay. I appreciate that, man. Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you, guys. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll be streaming on my channel again before Christmas, but I'll probably be on Bad Dogs. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, man. Thank you to everybody. It always does that. I just changed the quarter, and it didn't change it. I always have to do it twice. I don't know why. No, I'll probably do the next Nick game. I want to do this game tonight because it means a lot for the Giants, but I'll probably do the next Nick game. Do you think trading down is a good option? Depends who's available. It depends. You know, in an ideal world, yes, I would love to trade down, but it depends who's on the board. And it depends on what the package is. But yes, I think it's something they should at least explore. Somebody said, thanks, man. I watched with the sound off at work and relay on your screen score. Oh, I apologize, Todd. Do you think trading down is I already read that. Yeah, it's a tumor jersey. One of my subscribers actually gave this to me. What's the beer choice? I'm actually drinking Dubby's Oatmeal Cream Ale. This is actually one of the beers I had 2 weeks ago with Bad Dog during the Giants stream. I had one left over. It's pretty good. I got a Corona in the fridge after if I'm going to have one more. No, what's going on, man? No Russell Wilson, please, Mike says. I don't think we're going to get Russell Wilson. They're showing the trailer to Matrix. I can't wait for the new Matrix, man. I have a feeling the movie might not be as good as I'm hoping it'll be, but I'm such a big Matrix fan, man. I can't wait for that to come out. Because Chase Young is nice and Washington doesn't need him. Washington's going to keep Chase Young. Why would they ever get rid of him? Let's see what we got. Yeah, the Knicks are trash right now, Mark. Super disappointing, like every New York team. Does Neal and Linderbaum fix the offensive line? I mean, I would hope it should. If you're going to invest that much in the offensive line, it should. There's no way I'm going to guarantee it. I've seen so many guys fail here. Eric Flowers, right? Early first-round pick. Justin Pugh. But I would hope it would. I mean, you're taking 2 offensive linemen in the top 10 picks, along with Andrew Thomas, who's been great this year. And they're still showing a replay here of this penalty on Conklin. And, oh, look at Nagy. Nagy got into it with the ref in the commercial break. Oh, wow. He's yelling at the ref right in his face. Did they give him a flag? They gave the coach a flag. Wow. I haven't seen that. I don't know if the last time I've seen that. First attempt for the Vikings now at the 12. Cousins over the middle, nearly picked off. What a great attempt there by the DB on the Bears. Nearly was able to come up with that. 14:55 to go here in the second. What's up there, Mel's? Yeah, you got a tech in football. Great play by Graham there, the rookie DB for the Bears. Promoted from the practice squad today. Here's Cousins coming out in the gun from the 12. He's going to turn and give it to Cook. Cook gets stuffed at the line. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 12. And we got another fight. Things are getting chippy here. I love it. 14:34 to go here in the second. And Isaac, man, thank you very much, man. Says, pure fantasy. I know it won't happen, but imagine if Isaiah Wilson works out at guard and we get 2 first-round offensive linemen, hog mollies, Molly Dream. Isaac, man, I'm with you, man. Looks like we have to waste a timeout. The Vikings had to call a timeout here. But yeah, it'd be great if he worked out, right? And I hope he gets an opportunity before the year's over. I was really looking forward to getting an opportunity to see him play before the year's over. We'll see. Somebody in one of my streams the other day brought up a good point. They said they may be waiting to put him in because they don't want to have to pay him more next year, and they don't want teams to get a look. So he has a market if he plays really well for the Giants. Maybe that's the case. But I'd like to see him get an opportunity before the year's out, and maybe he could be a guard for us. I wish the Giants had Captain Kirk. He's a solid quarterback, Jason. Who are you rooting for to win the Super Bowl? I always go for like underdogs, usually. You guys know I like Aaron Rodgers, so I'll probably go for the Packers in the NFC. And in the AFC, I'll probably go for the Colts. I just like the way the Colts team is built. And they're an underdog. I'm not going to go for the Chiefs. I'm not going to go for... Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Colts in the AFC. And I think I'm going to be rooting for the Packers and the Colts. 14-14 to go here in the second. 7-0. They'll break the huddle here. On their feet in Chicago. Look at all the towels. Cousins coming out in the shotgun. And the guy's back. We can kick him out again. Cousins out of the gun, takes the snap, 5-step drop, drops back to pass. He's going to go down. The Bears get home. They're going to have to kick a 37-yarder. So a big sack there by the Bears to keep him out of the end zone. Afghanistan, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Patriots, Bucks. Amazing guy says, I mean, that's the best storyline. That'll definitely get the highest ratings, Brady versus Belichick. And I'd be intrigued by it. For sure. And Greg Joseph going to line up here for the Vikings. Snap, hold, kick is good. Vikings up 10-0, 13-28 to go here in the second. So things looking good so far for the Giants. Good start to this game, guys. Giants versus Jets, I don't think that will ever happen in NFL history. Probably not. We're the 2 worst teams in the NFL. I actually said it on Twitter today. There's only been the Giants and the Jets are the only 2 teams since 2018 to be picking 11th or lower. Each of from 2018 to 2022, because both of them are going to be picking better than 11th again this year. So probably will never happen. Who would win in a foot race? Joe Flacco or Mike Glennon? I don't know, man. That's tough, man. That's tough. Mike Glennon. I'll go with Glennon because I think he'd stretch out the neck at the end of the race, and he would win by a neck. Dan Big Blue said, "Can we just skip to the draft already?" Yeah, man. I'm with you, man. Got 3 more weeks to get through, man, and then it's gonna be all off-season talk. We're gonna be talking about who's ever going to be the new GM, the coach, everything else. There'll be a lot to talk about right away. And then And then we'll get into free agency, who we're going to keep, who we're not, and then it'll be draft. Omni Nations, what's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. Do you think we sweep Philly? No, I do not. I think the Eagles are going to win. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to sweep Philly, but I do not think we're going to win. Kicks away. And the Bears will field this 5 yards deep. They're going to take it out here to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, cuts it back to the 30, down to the 31. So a good return there by Khalil Herbert, the rookie running back. 13-22 to go here in the second, and Justin Fields getting set to take the field again. What if Fromm looks good? He looks good. I am not going to be convinced, no matter what Jake Fromm does over these last 3 games, that I want him to be our starter going into 2022. Maybe he could prove to me that I think he could be a good backup. But I hope he does well. I'm going to be rooting for him, obviously. Here's Fields. Fields going to turn and give up the middle. Montgomery picks up 9. So good start to the drive here, up to the 39 for the Bears. 13-11 to go here in the second. And 2nd and 1. There's a handoff again up the middle for Montgomery. He'll get 3 and a first down for the Bears. 12:53 to go here as the Bears remain committed to the ground. 10-0 Minnesota. What's going on, Nicholas Mannix popping in? Do you want the Giants to take 2 O-linemen or an O-line and a D-line guy? I mean, I would love 2 O-linemen. You know that. But I'd be happy either way. As long as they take 1 and they get a high-end defensive player, I'd be happy. Fields, play action, rolling out to the right. He's going to throw on the run. Got a man a little bit behind him, but does a good job coming back and getting it. I think that's Mooney all the way up to the 30. A big gain there for the Bears. 12-18 to go here in the second, and the Bears starting to cook. Darnell Mooney's a damn good receiver. Every time I watch a Bears game, Darnell Mooney impresses me. Nice play there by Mooney. I think he's a second-year receiver, maybe third, but a really good job there coming back and getting that ball. Bears rush to the line at the 31. Play action, bootleg. Fields looks, cooks, throws, and in and out of the hands of the receiver there. 11:56 to go. It'll be 2nd and 10. And Bulls fan, thank you very much, man. David Montgomery is so good. And we got a hold on the Vikings. Yeah, Montgomery's a good player, Bulls fan. He's definitely a good player. I watched the Bears last week, obviously, because I streamed the game. Yeah, he's a pretty good running back for you guys. Had a nice run right before you super chatted that. There's a couple of players I like on the Bears. You guys got a couple of nice young pieces on your offense. 1st and 10. Fields going to take the snap. He's going to give to Montgomery, and he'll get about 5. So it'll be 2nd and 5. 11:48 to go here in the second. I like Mooney, like I just said. Cole Kmet looks like he could be a good tight end. Obviously, still got Allen Robinson, who's out tonight. And Mac, man, thank you so much, man. Mac's the man, dude. Says Ingram, Slayton, Solder, Ryan, Peppers, Martinez, gone. Gettleman, Judge, and Jones are linked. Fire one, fire all. We have 1 year left of the Maris tool. I agree with you. I'll talk more about that in a second. Play action rollout for Fields. Fields makes a man miss. Nice move there, and he's going to go down. He's going to get about 2 up to the 19. But as far as your comment goes, Ingram's definitely – well, Slayton, I think, will be back 1 more year. Solder's gone. Ingram's gone. Slayton will be gone after that year, though. Ryan's got 1 more year, then he's gone. Peppers, I think, is gone. Martinez is at least 50-50. I'm leaning he'll probably be gone. Gettleman's definitely gone. I think, like you said, Judge and Jones are back, but I think Gettleman's going to go. I think the Giants are going to have to give the fan base a pound of flesh, but I think they'll promote somebody from within or a Patriots guy, and it'll be more of the same. And if the team really stinks, like you said, at that point, I think they just completely blow it up. Fields takes the snap out of the gun, throws, hits his man in the slot. That's a first down. Mooney again up to the 13. Mooney's getting me some fantasy points. We'll look at halftime to see how I'm doing in my daily fantasy contest. But Justin Jefferson's got a touchdown. I know I have him. I got Mooney. He's got a couple of catches. Yeah, I don't remember who else I got. And no Mets, no Nets, no Jets says we should keep Evan Ingram if the price is right. If the price is right, sure. If it's like a couple of $1 million, maybe. But I think somebody's going to see some potential in him and they're going to give him a decent contract. I will say, I'll be as fair as I can with Ingram. Mooney in motion. They're going to hand to Mooney on the end around. Oh, Mooney could have gotten more out of that. He tripped over, I think it was Holtz, the tight end's foot. Otherwise, he probably could have got another 3 or 4 yards. He got a 3 there. 9:34 to go here in the second. Oh, he tripped over his foot. Wouldn't have got many more. The Vikings had a couple of defenders there. Maybe another yard or 2. 9:21 to go here. 2nd and 7. And here's Fields under center. 2 tight end set. Fields will take it. He's going to give there to Montgomery. Montgomery nowhere to go. There's a flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold. And the Vikings came up with the football. He's probably down. I don't think they ruled it a fumble. 9:03 to go here in the second. Grim Solo says, let's retire Hog Molly, symbol of Dave Gettleman's fraudulence. Yeah, I'm going to have to call them something. I mean, I love calling them the Hogs. I do. But I'm going to have to call them something else going forward after they move on from Dave. Penalties declined. It's going to be 3rd down, so no fumble on the play. 9:03 to go here in the second, so it's going to be a 2-yard loss there. But, yeah, I think I'll probably just call them linemen. I can't call them Hogs after they fire Dave because it's going to make everybody think about Dave still, and I know people want to move on from him. So interesting there, they declined the penalty, but I think it's the right call. Instead of 2nd and 17, it's 3rd and 9. You're already in field goal range. And the Vikings are going to challenge this. The Vikings are challenging the fumble. See a replay. Poor computer folk going to have to find a new job. I know, Great Gaming. Giants draft a running back in the 3rd to 5th. I agree. I think we need to take a running back, but not too early. Because I think we'll cut Booker to save $2 million. And at that point, I draft a running back. Isaac, man, thank you very much, man. How about building the big blue wall? Dude, I'm with you, man. Build the hell out of it. Take as many offensive linemen as it takes to finally get this team to where they need to be, man. I'm with you. If I was a GM, I'd be taking an early lineman every draft until this line is one of the best in the league. That's how I build my football team. So I'm with you. Big blue wall. I love. Ooh. Oh, is that what you're saying? Should be the name of it instead of the Hogs? The big blue wall. I like that. That's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. I would love Ed Dobbs, DJ. I just don't think we're going to get him, but I would love Ed Dobbs. I don't think he's going to take this job, and I don't think the Giants are going to hire an outsider, but I would love him. Who wins, Bears or Giants? At this point, I think I'd take the Bears. As sad as that may sound to some of you guys. I think we're the worst team in the NFL right now. COVID says, yo, Tatum, what's going on, Flex Lopez? Bambino says, it's funny, I'm watching the game on ESPN Deportes, and the commentaries is in Spanish. Oh, there you go, Bambino. Tatum, did you see what Brady was doing yesterday? Did you see what Brady was doing yesterday during their loss? Oh, when he smashed the iPad over like his knee and it like shattered. Yeah, I saw it. It was great. That was the first time Tom Brady's been shut out since 2006. And Nick Saban was actually the head coach for the Dolphins, the team that shut him out that game. December of 2006 was the last time Brady played in a game where they scored 0 points. And we'll see if they win the challenge here. Still reviewing it. I can't hear. I don't know what the call was. The first time I'm getting to see a replay. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a fumble. That's going to be overturned. Richardson ripped that out. That's absolutely a fumble. Good challenge. Great play by Richardson to come up with that. It's going to be Vikings ball. What's going on, Matthew? Man, thanks for popping in. So now the Vikings got at their own 12, up 10-0. Man in motion right to left. Cousins under center, 9:04 to go here in the second. Kirk will take the snap. Play action, rolling out. He's going to hit his man. Out in the flat, it's Jefferson. Pushed out of bounds, picks up about 4. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6. 8:58 to go here in the second. Will Brightwell star next year or definitely not going to be a starter. I don't even think the Giants drafted Brightwell to be a starting running back. They said it was as much for special teams as anything else. So no, I don't think Brightwell will be. Maybe he could be a backup one day. I don't think he'll be a starter. 8:46 to go here in the second. 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins under center. Bears with a 4-man front. Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Cousins going to change the play. We're down to 8 on the play clock. Cousins takes the snap. Gives to him. Nowhere to go. Nice hit there by Alec Ogletree, the former Giant. It'll be a loss of 1. 3rd and 9. 8:21 to go here in the second. 3rd and 7, rather. Nice hit. Yeah, I hated the Brightwell pick. They drafted a special teamer in the 6th round when they could have taken a lineman. It was a stupid pick. Eight minutes to go here in the second. Shotgun formation here for Cousins. It'll be a 4-wide set. Empty backfield. Bears come with 4. Cousins looks right, throws down the field, and broken up. Good defense there by the Bears. As it was Graham, the practice squad player, again made a really nice play. 7:49 to go here in the second. Bears will be getting the ball. Good defense in this game so far. Not a lot of offense. And true story, man. Thank you very much. Both picks need to be O-line to see if Jones is good. If it was me, if I was the GM, they'd both be O-line. I can tell you that. And it would be not just for Jones, but it would be potentially for the quarterback to replace Jones. So I could put him in the best situation possible. But if it was me, they'd both be O-line. But again, let's see where we're picking. Let's see who's there when we pick. But I would not be upset at all if we take 2 linemen. Punts away. Bears are going to field it here at the 38. He'll backtrack to the 36 as he cuts it to the outside to the 45. Look at this jitterbug. He cuts it back to the 35. He's got nowhere to go. This time I think he's too good for his own good as he's going to end up running. He loses 3 yards on the return. He must have ran 40 yards to lose 3. He's a fun player to watch, though, Grant. 7:28 to go here. Bears will start with it at their own 35 as Fields getting set to take it. We know what Jones is, and he's average. Yeah. Let's see. Bring back Kerry Collins out of retirement? Nah, I think Kerry's good to go. Kerry's been retired for what? About 15 years or something? Maybe not that long. Probably close to it. What you drinking, bro? I'm drinking. I actually got a little bit left. I'm gonna pour in the mug now. Dubby's Oatmeal Cream Ale. Bando got me in the mood for it when we were doing a stream because I actually really like oatmeal stouts. It was not a stout, though. They didn't have any stout, so I got this instead. But it's good. It's good. Dan Jones is garbage, turnover prone, and worst of all, he's definitely injury prone. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I'd rather keep Dave Gettleman and Joe Judge than keep Joe Judge and fire Dave Gettleman. So you'd rather keep it together for one more year rather than force another GM in here around Joe Judge. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just know it's not going to happen. Because I understand your logic. You're not going to get the best GM candidate if you force one with Joe Judge. You'd rather just keep them together for another year, and if things don't work out, just completely blow it up. I understand your logic, but I just don't think it's going to happen because Mara's going to know he's got to give the fan base something. He's got to give them a pound of flesh. And the fan base would absolutely revolt if they kept Dave Gettleman. So I just don't see it happening. But I actually don't necessarily disagree with you. Like, if you gave me the option that we're absolutely have to keep Joe Judge, I might say keep Gettleman for another year. And if things don't work out, completely blow it up. But knowing that they're not going to do that, they're going to fire Gettleman. And they should, but they should also fire Judge. But I don't think they're going to fire Judge. So I don't think you're so far off with what you think. I just don't think that's what's going to happen. So we're back at it. Bears are going to break the huddle. They'll start at the 35. Fields coming out under center. He's got Montgomery in the backfield. 3 wide set. Now he's going to motion Mooney left to right. Halfway through the second. Fields takes the snap. He's going to give it to Montgomery. Montgomery cuts back up the middle to the 45, all the way up to the 49. Big gain there for Montgomery, man. He has looked good tonight. That's a 16-yard gain on first down. 7:17 to go here in the second. I don't think it'll be Abrams, Sank. I really don't. But they very well may go in-house or get like a Patriots guy. I don't think it'll be Abrams, but I do think it could be what's his name? Montgomery tries to go up the middle, has nowhere to go there. He'll lose a yard. I could see it being Kyle O'Brien, which is basically Abrams. He's the guy they brought in from the Lions last year. He's got Patriot roots. I don't think it'll be Abrams. I won't rule it out, though. 2nd and 11. They say Pickett is a mobile Phillip Rivers. Well, that's a hell of a compliment. Taco says, Chris, did you see the Abrams article that I sent you? Yeah, I saw it. The way I read that article, though, is the guy didn't say, like, he's the favorite to get the job or anything like that. He just thinks that he's going to be one of the prime candidates. But I already thought that. I knew he was going to get an interview. I just don't think he's going to get the job. Bears call a timeout, 6:16 to go here in the second. If we were to trade for a quarterback, I would want Carr because I don't think you need to give up 2 first-rounders. Depending on what you'd have to give up to get him. I don't want to give up any first-rounders for Carr, if I'm being honest. I don't think he's a guy that puts you over the top. But if you get him for like a 2nd or 3rd rounder, maybe. But the Raiders may just keep him. 6:16 to go here in the second, 2nd and 11. And here's Fields coming out in the shotgun. From midfield. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. And he's going to check it down to the running back out in the flat. Makes a nice move there. And he'll tumble forward for about 8. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3. 6:05 to go here in the second. Nice move there by Fields. Might have been Herbert. Not sure who the running back was there. It was not Montgomery. 5:56 to go here. Yeah, it was Khalil Herbert. Herbert was actually starting for them for a bit once when Montgomery went down. Third and 3 for the Bears. Fields 4 or 5 tonight for 53 yards with a fumble lost. Always a threat on the ground. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass. Steps up. He's going to take off. He's going to run with it. That's a first down. He'll slide down at the 33. First down for the Bears. 5:21 to go here in the second. Bears starting to threaten. Pickett is 24. So he's probably right around the same age as Jones. He's 24, I think. Donovan, man, thank you very much, man. I think we keep Abrams until we get Cap in 2023. It's possible as like a stopgap GM. And if things don't work, you completely blow it up. Looks like they're going to come out with a wildcat here as it's a direct snap to Montgomery. Nowhere to go there. The Bears will bottle it up. 4:48 to go here in the second. The Vikings rather bottle it up. Good job there by the Minnesota defensive line. What are your opinions of Fields? I was not huge on Fields going into the draft. I thought he could be good. I think his situation completely stinks, though. So, like, their offensive line's really bad. The Bears definitely got to get that situated. this year. Problem is they're not going to have a first-round pick. I don't know what their cap situation is going to look like. But their offensive line is not very good. And Nagy's definitely not doing him any favors. So it's hard for me to get a real read on him, but I'm not super impressed with him. I think he could be pretty good. I don't think he's going to be a superstar. Fields takes the snap out of the gun from the 34. He'll throw. He'll check it down to Mooney. Mooney spins out of a tackle, still on his feet. He'll tumble forward for a first down. It depends on the spot. They're actually going to mark him about a half yard short. So it'll be 3rd and N inches. But a nice play there by Fields. But I think he'd be good. I don't think he'll be great. Oh, he's definitely better than Hurts. Exactly. Not saying much, but yes, he's better than Hurts. 3rd and 1. Bears will break the huddle. 3:28 to go here. Fields coming out under center from the 24. Oh, my God. We're happy as Giants fans, but what a horrible penalty. You got a 3rd and a half a yard at the 24 and a half. And Tevin Jenkins, the rookie tackle, has a false start. What a horrible penalty. So now it makes it 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Four penalties on the Bears now for 40 yards. One penalty for 5 yards for the Vikings. And here's Fields out of the pistol. They're going to try to run it. And they pitch it to the speedster. He's going to be a yard short. That was Grant. They used Grant earlier in the game on a handoff. If I'm the Bears here, and Grant's still down on the ground, hopefully he's okay. Now he's back up. I think I'd go for this. Your season's over anyway. You're 4-9. It's a yard and a half. They're probably going to kick the field goal, though. No, they're huddled up. I think they are going to go for this. So I think this is the right decision by Nagy. We'll see if they can get it. They are 9 for 19 converting on 4th downs this season. As Fields will break the huddle. 4th and 1. Montgomery's going to be motioned to his left from the 26. Now Jimmy Graham in motion, left to right. Fields takes the snap. Looking, cooking, throwing. Nice throw as Montgomery comes down with it to the 13. A back shoulder throw there by Fields. Really nice throw. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice play. Did I say Parrot? Oh, you're saying because of the false start? That was the joke? Nice throw by Fields, man. Really nice throw. Great catch also, by the way, by Montgomery. Taco, I've done a little bit of him. I actually watched a video on him. You're talking about the edge rusher from Purdue. He's got a great backstory. Great kid. I highly suggest anybody watch that. I think it's like an ESPN behind the scenes on him out of Purdue. The guy is tough, man. The guy, he's definitely a really tough football player. I'll tell you that. And a guy that's easy to root for. I got to do more research on it before I would say that I'd probably want him in the top 5 or 6 picks. But I got to look more into him. Most people have him as the consensus 3rd best edge rusher right now in the draft. But I haven't looked too much into him quite yet. But one of my subscribers pointed out a video to me that was on ESPN that I really liked. The Entertainer Talking Sports Burner says the best play-by-play on YouTube. What's up, Tana? What's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. And yeah, like Albert said, he's more of a 4-3 guy. Thank you for popping in, Burner. Patrick Graham in the chat. Pat, man, we'll see if you're back next year. No, they can't make Chris Maurer the next GM. Legendary Watermelon says, should we try to trade for Watson or Wilson in the offseason? I mean, I think you pick up the phone. But it's got to be within reason. I'm not giving up what I think they're going to cost. But you pick up the phone. You always listen. What's up, unknown user? And I think they will. I think they will at least listen if they're available. Hernandez is worse than Flowers, and Hernandez is an inside guy. Yeah, Hernandez is bad. Hernandez has been super disappointing as a Giant. Let's bring everybody back and expect different results. No, I don't. I hope they don't. I would not bring everybody back. I think they're gonna keep Judge though. I've already accepted it. I would not bring him back. Chris, imagine we actually took Simmons instead of attack our O-line. Oh, God. Our O-line would be beyond pathetic. Andrew Thomas has been the only bright spot of this football team this year, and the offensive line is still bad. Thank God we took Andrew Thomas. 1st and 10. Bears will break the huddle here at the 13. Shotgun formation here for Fields. 2 guys in the backfield. Montgomery to his left. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass, and he's in trouble. He gets rocked in the backfield. He was trying to jump up. Did he fumble? No, they're going to say he was down. He was trying to throw in the air, and he just got absolutely rocked all the way back to the 28-yard line. I think he lost 15 yards on that play. That can't happen there, man. Wow, what a hit. And he did fumble. I think Fields got it back, though, and then the Vikings ripped it out. Fields definitely fumbled. Unless it was forward progress. Like if they blew it dead. And the Vikings call a timeout. It might be because they want them to review this. Minute 48 to go here in the second. Phil Simms will never take a GM job. He's not. No, we're not getting. Phil Simms ain't going to be the GM. 2nd and 24. Mooney in motion, left to right, trips to the left. Empty backfield for Fields from the 27. Takes the snap, sets up the screen for Montgomery. And that looks like a typical Giant screen. Didn't have any lead blockers there. Nowhere to go. It'll be 3rd and 24 from the 27. Bears already in field goal range. Looks like that's probably what they're going to have to settle for as the Vikings use their final timeout. So, obviously, Minnesota trying to get the ball back. If you're Chicago here, you're not getting a touchdown anyway. Smart thing to do here is to run the football. Maybe a draw play, screen pass, run the football, make sure that you chew up another 40 seconds and then kick the field goal. It's 3rd and 24. That way you only give Minnesota about 55 seconds after the kickoff to get an opportunity to get in field goal range with no timeouts. But yeah, that should be what they do here. Yeah, I saw Grant was going off injured. He's actually a really fun player to watch. Hopefully he comes back. They'll break the huddle. Here's Fields coming out in the gun. Montgomery to his right. Like I said, I expect a handoff here. Cole Kmet in motion. And they're going to throw. Fields drops back to this is a stupid call. It's a 1st down, but he got pushed out of bounds. He got up to not a 1st down, rather, a completion. It's still 4th down at the 16. That's such a stupid call. It's 3rd and 24. What does 11 yards get you? You're already in field goal range. Now you stop the clock. You gave the Vikings another timeout, essentially, and an extra 40 seconds. What a stupid call. That's either a draw play or a screen pass there. Santos going to line up here for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, 34-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick is good. But like I said, if Minnesota scores a field goal now, you know who to blame. 10-3. That's not on Fields, though. I'm not going to put that on Fields. Yeah, he shouldn't throw towards the sideline, but especially being that he's a young quarterback, you got to be smart as a coach and say, no, we're going to run the ball here. It's already a 45-yard field goal. That extra 40 seconds goes a long way. You got to run the ball. That's dumb. Chris, if we get Neal, is it automatically the right tackle? It's possible they would move Thomas, but the way Thomas has played this year, I don't want to move him. I would hope that they keep him on the left side. You move Neal to the right. At least that's the way I think it would start. And then maybe in the future you change it if it's not working out. D. Coop says, I think he got some tips from Joe Judge. Maybe. I mean, Nagy sucks as a coach too, but I don't get that, man. They should have took a look at the Giants playbook and do a draw on 3rd and 3rd. That should have been the play call there. I know a lot of people look at that and be like, what do you mean run the ball on 3rd and 24? It's a low percentage play. You're not picking that up. You run there. You waste 45 seconds. That was a dumb decision. Yeah, Neal played right tackle at the beginning of his career in college. This year he's been a left tackle, but yes, I think he's played some guard too, Albin, if I'm not mistaken. I think early on in his collegiate career he played some guard as well. But yeah, he did play some right tackle. Vikings have could Judge coach a high school team to a winning record? Probably not, man. My thoughts on Aziz. I mean, I don't want to get too carried away with Aziz. I know Giants fans are super excited. He's got 8 sacks. He's got potential. I don't want to get carried away. But I definitely think he's going to be a contributor. I just don't know if he's going to be like a great pass rusher. I got to see more from him before I commit to that. But obviously, off to a really good start. Andrew Thomas has balled out pretty much all year, Doormat, when he's been on the field. Of course, he was hurt for 4 games. Entertainer, bro, you remember my mock draft today? I traded. Yes, Tyler. I was laughing. I saw we had picks 14 and whatever, 14 and 20. I'm like, oh, it's the Eagles. You asked me who I thought it was. It's the Eagles. Ain't no way that's happening. But yeah, I like Aziz. He's a rookie. He's been really good for a rookie, but I don't want to just look at the sack numbers and be like, oh, this guy's going to be incredible. No, I got to see more before I say that. But I like him. I like the pick when we made it. And what do they? Oh, that's how they make a Chicago-style pizza? Really? Was that what that was? I've had Chicago pizza before. It didn't look like that. Minute 33 to go here in the second. 10-3 Minnesota. They lead by a touchdown. Bears set to kick it away. It'll be Santos. That looked disgusting. And the kick away here by Santos. That'll be a yard deep. Vikings will take that out. Minute 33 to go. They'll take it to the 10, to the 15, cuts it to the 20. Lead blocker to the 25, down to the 33 as he's tackled out of bounds. Minute 25 to go. Jason says, I fell in love with Kadarius Toney, but not sure anymore. Where are y'all at? Oh, they're eating the pizza right now in the they're all eating pizza. They don't do that when they come to New York. But Toney, yeah, I'm not gonna overhype him quite yet, man. He's got to stay on the field. He's clearly got talent. Here's Cousins coming out in the gun from the 32. Takes the snap, drops back, looks right, throws right. That's caught. That's Osborne. Pushed out of bounds, a gain of about 9. Minute 21 to go here in the second. Yeah, the pizza does look cold. I mean, New Jersey pizza is great too, though, Oscar. Long Island, New Jersey, New York, pizza's great there, man. 2nd and 1. Minute 21 to go here in the second. Man in motion is Conklin. As Cousins will take the snap, drops back. He fumbles the football, but the Vikings fall on top of it. And the Bears were going to like not to call a timeout. It's going to be 3rd and long. I think the Vikings will still try to get in field goal range here. They will. They're not going to be passive. 3rd and 9. Cousins takes the snap from the 33. Drops back, throws up a high floater, and that's picked off. Where the hell was that going? And the Bears are going to get this in field goal range back to the 38. What the hell was that? Where was Cousins throwing that football? Let me see the replay here. His receiver tripped. Looked like there was a bit of a hold there, too. But it looked like he was throwing it up towards Justin Jefferson, and he tripped. But he missed it by like 30 yards. And now they missed that call, by the way. That was definitely a defensive penalty. But wow, that looked bad, man, until you saw the replay. So now they're going to have the ball at the Minnesota 39, and Fields has an opportunity to get a field goal before the half. Fields coming out in the shotgun, trips to the right. Montgomery to his left. Bears with 2 timeouts. Fields drops back to pass. He'll check it down out of the backfield. Montgomery tackled out of bounds, gets about 6. That gets him to field goal range. It's about a 50-51 yarder from there. 42 seconds to go here in the second. Looked like Glennon, David Giles says. COVID says that's not on Cousins. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a missed defensive penalty there. And here's Fields, trips to the right. Montgomery to his left here from the 33. He'll take the snap, drops back, checks it down. Montgomery gets rocked. He gets a yard, but the clock's going to keep ticking. Nice tackle there by Harrison Smith. And the Bears will use their second timeout. So it'll be a 3rd and 2. About a 49, 50-yarder from there. So obviously they want to get more yards here. At least we have Rochelle Ojolari for edge. Defense needs multiple linemen. Definitely need multiple linemen in the draft. Not to start then for depth. Yeah, I mean, I could even make an argument on defense. Our biggest needs might not even be the edge. I definitely think we need a supreme edge, though. And if there's, one of those top 2 guys are there, I'm completely on board with drafting them. But I think you could definitely make an argument that middle linebacker and potentially even cornerback could be a bigger need for the Giants, especially being that Bradbury's probably not going to be here much longer. Maybe here for 1 more year. And Josh, man, thank you very much, man. That was one of the worst no-call holds of the season. But if you're Cousins, you can't just throw it up like that. This guy, I'm going to read the rest of that in a second. Here's Fields, and oh my God, what a horrible throw by Fields. He missed Montgomery by about 3 yards, and now the Bears are going to attempt a field goal from about 49. But going back to your super chat, Josh says, that was one of the worst no-call holds on the season. But if you're Cousins, you can't just throw it up like that. This guy, I agree with you, Josh. And I'd have to see the replay again. But it looked like he threw that like 2 seconds after the guy tripped. And if he didn't, then he completely mistimed the throw because there was no way he was running 30 more yards in like a second. So I think that it looked like the guy was on the ground for about a second and a half before he even threatened to let go of the football. Snap, hold, kick is no good. Santos was short and wide right. 28 seconds to go. And now, interestingly enough, now the Vikings may have a chance to get a field goal before the half. Because that was a 49. They're going to have it at like the 39. They got no timeouts, though. So now Cousins gets a chance. Oh, they got their hand on that. That was partially blocked by Minnesota. Dalvin Tomlinson. The former Giant, got his index finger on that football. So Dalvin Tomlinson with a blocked field goal. Like to see that. And here we go. Cousins coming out in the shotgun formation. Empty backfield here. They're going to try to get at least, figure 25 yards to give themselves a chance at 3. Cousins drops back to pass, steps up, throws, caught out in the flat by Conklin. And he's not going to get out of bounds. He's going to get about 7, but the clock's going to continue to tick. And I don't think the Vikings are going to have enough time here. 15 seconds to go. Cousins will probably spike it. And he will. They got 11 seconds, but with no timeout. So if you're Minnesota here, you don't have enough time to probably complete it and spike the ball. They got to complete it and get out of bounds. So you got to look for a throw here on the sideline. You probably take one shot at a throw on the sideline for about 15 to 20 yards and get out of bounds. And if you don't get that, you probably take a shot at a Hail Mary before the half. And they'll break the huddle here. 11 seconds to go. It'll be a 3rd and 2 for Captain Kirk. Bears showing blitz. They'll only come with 3. Cousins drops back, clean pocket, throws deep down the left sideline, and he missed his receiver. 5 seconds to go. He actually had Justin Jefferson if he hit him in stride. It was in it was crowded, but he was open. 4th and 2, but only 5 seconds. So I would keep it here, obviously, and take a shot at the end zone. And Taco Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. If you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up. Reruns of Cop Rock has a better Nielsen rating than this game. Well, as Giants fans, Jeff, that's what we got our interest in. But, yeah, it's not the best game. But, obviously, we want the Bears to lose. Cousins takes the snap, rolling out to the right. He's going to heave. Oh, my God. What the hell was that? What was Cousins scared? He didn't want to hurt his interceptions on the year. I know he doesn't have a lot of picks this year. He's got like 5. He doesn't want to throw a pick before the half. Take a shot at the end zone. Give me a break. Change the quarter before I forget. 10-3 Minnesota. And what's up there, Real Zeno, man? Kirk does not have that type of arm. Yeah, it looked that way there. Yeah, because he could have waited a couple more seconds to take a shot. Watched your Spider-Man review yesterday. Loved it. You should do an MCU tier. That's actually a good suggestion, PJ. I like that. I'm gonna have a Matrix review up in a couple of days, but yeah, any suggestions? I don't know how many of you guys watch my movie channel. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's the same as this one. It's Entertainer Talking Movies instead of Entertainer Talking Sports. Yeah, let me know if you guys watch my movie channel. Let me write it down. I'll run it by Greg. He says you should do an MCU tier list. It's not a bad suggestion. I'm going to put that down. MCU tier list video. Maybe we'll do that. The director's cut of the English Patient is less painful than this game. You should have an MCU summary up until this point. Great review on Spider-Man. I appreciate that, Ezra, man. Thank you for checking out the channel, man. What's up, Nelly? Thanks for popping in. It was a pleasure to get to meet her. Yeah, I've seen The Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier is awesome. And Nona, man, thanks for posting my movie channel. I appreciate that. Favorite all-time sitcom, the movie idea Greg approves. Yeah, Greg approves. What's up, Greg? My favorite all-time sitcom. You know, I mean, when I was growing up, the debate with the sitcom was Friends versus Seinfeld. And when I was younger, it was Friends. Now that I'm older, I like Seinfeld better. I'd probably go with Seinfeld. But I used to prefer Friends. But there's so many great sitcoms, but I'd probably go with Seinfeld. My favorite Spider-Man actor. I've seen so many people, and I appreciate you for checking out the movie channel, Matthew. I've seen so many people ask me to do and state my opinion on my favorite Spider-Man actor. I've seen so many people make this video. All right, here's what I'm going to say. And I'd have to really think about this to give like an in-depth answer. I think this is how I'm going to break it down. I think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man series is the best series. I think it's the best grouping of movies, right? I think Andrew Garfield is the best individual actor of the 3. But I think Tom Holland is the best Peter Parker. Because when I think about Peter Parker, I think about a guy like Tom Holland. Like, to me, he was casted perfectly. So I would go with Tom Holland. Now, I'm not saying he's the best actor. I actually think Andrew Garfield is the best actor of the 3. And I think Tobey Maguire's movie series is the best. But I think Tom Holland is the best Peter Parker. So I think that's the way I would answer it. Let's see what we got here. And NYGies26 says, The Office is not that bad, but if it's not that old, but funny. The Office is great. The Office is a classic. Married with Children is a classic as well. That's a great, yeah, I think he's the best actor, Josh. Like you said, the writing was not great, though. And NYGies26 says, you see, Shang-Chi was awesome. Matter of fact, another movie I may do a review of because it's still in theaters, but it came out, before we started doing the movies again. I don't know how many of you guys saw Always Sunny is one of my favorite. Always Sunny might be my favorite sitcom, actually, Mark. Now you guys are making me remember my sitcoms. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, even though I hate Philadelphia. No, I don't. I just hate the Eagles. Always Sunny in Philadelphia might be my favorite sitcom. That is one of the few shows where I literally like every character. I mean, they're all scumbags, but they're hysterical. I absolutely love that show. That show was amazing. So that might actually be my favorite sitcom. But as far as Shang-Chi was great. Shang-Chi was great. But I may do a review on Ghostbusters because I freaking loved it. I don't know how many of you guys saw it. I actually saw Ghostbusters 6 weeks before it was going to come out because I was at Comic-Con. They had a special screening for it, and then I saw it again because I was like, let me see it when it's not in a Comic-Con setting and see if I like it as much. I liked it just as much. I loved the new Ghostbusters. It was exactly what the 2016 Ghostbusters should have been. It was great. I loved it. My brother actually disagrees. He thought it was good. He didn't love it. I loved it. There is a big group of people who are trying to start the TASM for Andrew Garfield. I think Andrew Garfield's going to be back in it from what I've read. I think he's going to be back in it. Seinfeld's great. I think he should. X-Men or the Avengers? I'd go with the Avengers. X-Men's good. My favorite X-Men movie is actually Logan. Logan is probably one of my 3 or 4 favorite superhero movies of all time. And I'm going to tell you what. I thought that movie should have been nominated. Like, I know it's like a superhero movie, and that's kind of like unheard of. I thought the acting in Logan was awesome. I thought the story in Logan was incredible. If you have not seen Logan, that is by far my favorite X-Men movie. I thought Logan was awesome. But overall, I think I'd go with the Avengers. And MYJS26, man, the Ghostbusters, the Ghostbusters with Paul Rudd. Yep. The Ghostbusters with Paul Rudd was is what I'm referring to. Yep. I loved it. Have you? Yeah, I watched No Way Home. I actually did a review, Dory, and thank you for checking out the channel, Dory, man. I'm blown away. But thank you for checking out the channel. Yeah, I did watch No Way Home, and yeah, it was great. I did a review on it. It's on the movie channel. Entertaining talking movies. My 2 favorite movies are Star Wars and Back to the Future. Back to the Future is probably in my top 5 trilogies of all time. Star Wars is obviously, consensus top 3. But those are both great. Yeah, Kendall, man, Logan is incredible, man. I freaking love Logan. And I thought the girl in Logan was great too. The girl was really good. The child actor was really good. Logan was the most well-written. Yeah, it was great, man. I'm excited for the new Doctor. Yeah. Doctor Strange. It's funny. The first time I saw the original Doctor Strange, I was like, I think I was tired when I went. And I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. Then I saw Doctor Strange in the Avengers movie. And he was my favorite character in Endgame. I loved him in it. And then I went back and watched it. And I freaking loved the original Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is such a good character, man. Yeah, Doctor Strange looks great. Giants Grow in Florida. Yeah, I saw the new Venom movie. I liked the first Venom. I would say the first Venom movie was like a guilty pleasure of mine. It got really bad reviews, but I actually liked it. The second one I wasn't a fan of. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good. I mean, I watched it because I watch all the Marvel movies, but I didn't think it was good. No, it's halftime, Zany. Just talking at halftime, man. Logan or Dark Knight? Oh, Isaac, man. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, wow. I think I got to go Dark Knight. I got to go Dark Knight. Dark Knight is, I mean, as a trilogy, Dark Knight is up there as one of probably the top 5, 6 trilogies of all time. And obviously the performance by Heath Ledger in the second one as Joker was ridiculous. It's close for me, though, man, because Logan's really good. But Christopher Nolan is such a great director. I'd have to go with Dark Knight. But it's close, man. Logan's up there for me, man. Have you seen Spider-Man 2? Yes, Spider-Man 2 is a classic. And what's going on, Ray W, man? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, the new Batman does look good. It looks dark. Josh, it has like a different, it's got like a different feel to it than like a typical Batman movie. I can't explain it, but it looks dark. I like it. Discord. Oh yeah, I said I would give you that. Hold on. I'll give it to you right now. Let me get the link. I told you I'd get you that. Where is it? Where's the link? I don't even remember how to. Oh, there we go. Invite people. Copy. Okay. Here's the Discord link. There you go. If you want to join the Discord. Let me get rid of that. Let's see what we got here. Why don't they do something different and make Harley Batman's girlfriend or something? Yeah. I mean, eventually they probably will do something like that, Amazing Guy. Logan was amazing, especially that one scene. Chris, I was in the middle of No Way Home, and then the fire. You got to be kidding me. Wait. Did you go opening night? Because there is no way. You had to go to the same theater as me. Because the same thing happened to me. You had to go to the same theater. There is no way that happened at 2 different theaters. I was mid-movie, and the fire alarm went on, and I had to go out of the theater. I had to wait for 30 minutes, and then I came back in, and then I had to wait for 30 minutes for them to turn the movie back on. You must have been at the same exact movie theater as me. Deer Park, Long Island. That's where I was. You had to be at the same movie theater as me. Deer Park. Because that's what happened to me. I was furious. What was the showing I went to? I went I think it was 8:45. No, 9:45. Anyone think Barker was worth the no, I don't think anybody at this point, Mr. Fishing, thinks that Barker was worth the number two pick. Oh, you went yesterday. Well, that's what happened. How the hell does that happen at 2 different movie theaters? That's what happened to me on my. That's the only time that's ever happened to me at a movie theater. And Nikki Sav says, Chris, did you watch How I Met Your Mother? Yes, that's a great sitcom. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's a great sitcom. Yes, it's definitely. Actually, that was my ex-girlfriend's favorite sitcom. But yeah, that's a great sitcom. And NY Giants 26 says Deer Park, the Tanger Outlets. That's the movie theater I was at when I saw it. Yeah. But yeah, I had to stand outside for a half hour, and then they let me back in. I was so pissed off. Yeah, I watched Squid Games. Tay-Day. I watched Squid Games. Squid Games was really good. The way that I would for anybody that hasn't seen Squid Games, like if somebody asked me for what like a description of the show would be, it's basically like an adult version of Hunger Games. That's basically what it is. But it's really good. I liked it. Are you going to make a video on the Mets? Yeah, I probably will eventually do a I'm going to start doing a lot more Mets content actually after the football season. Ray says Squid Games is an hilarious take on capitalism. Pretty much. Pretty much. No, I've never seen that show, but people say it's good, Vikings. Oh, really? Is that true, Cheat? Well, maybe that's what it is, because what's the chances of that? Oh, yeah, no, they let us go back in and finish it, Taco. It was opening night, so they let us go back in and finish it. King Trizzy says, how could they make a season 2? Well, I'm not going to give it away, King Trizzy, for somebody that hasn't seen it, but the way it left off, they basically, they basically told you that they're making a season 2, the way that it left off, but I don't want to give anything away because, a lot of people probably haven't seen it. Vikings set to kick it here. 10-3. As the Bears are going to catch this 2 yards deep. They're going to take it down the left sideline to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. And Khalil Herbert's going to be tackled out of bounds at the 27. 14:54 to go here in the third. Heated reclining seats, Kylie? I've never heard of that. I don't know if I would like that. I mean, I would definitely go to try it. I'm not a big heated seats person in a car, but I would definitely try it. But yeah, I don't think I've ever been to a theater that had heated reclining. Obviously, they all have reclining seats now, but never been to one with heated reclining seats. And here we go. Fields under center. He's going to turn. He's going to give. And that's off the right guard up to the 30. That's a pickup of 4. Second and 6. 14:46 to go here in the third. You're on a 5-minute delay. That sucks, Ray. I'm sorry, man. Maybe if you got DVR, you could. Oh, you mean you're behind? Nah, I can't pause it for 5 minutes. You got it, Sedan, man. Oh, Greg, that's the worst, man, when the floor's like that. Second and 6. Fields under center. Mooney in motion. He's going to turn. He's going to give. And there's a nice run off left guard all the way up to the 40. Montgomery with a first down. 14:15 to go here in the third. Montgomery's been running really well for the Bears. Nice hole, too, but he's an impressive running back, man. No, it wasn't AMC. It was, yes, it was AMC. I normally go to, no, it was Regal. I'm sorry. It was Regal. And here's Fields from under center. Mooney in motion left to right. Montgomery in the backfield. 13 on the play clock. He'll take the snap. He's going to give it to Montgomery. Montgomery, little stutter step to the outside. Nowhere to go. He'll lose 2 yards. It'll be second and 12. 13:36 to go here in the third. Second and 12. Ray West, what's going on, Ray? I'm not going to give anything away with the end credits, Muhammadu, but I liked it. All I'll say without giving anything away, the first end credit, I think, is leading you to who's going to be the villain in the next Spider-Man. And here's Fields under center. Play action, drops back, buying time with the legs, and he's going to, what a horrible sack he just took. That is the second sack that, and obviously I'm happy as a Giants fan, but I just hate seeing bad football. That is the second sack that Fields took in this game for like a 20-yard loss. It's going to be like a 16-yard loss. So now it's going to be third and a mile. What's up there, Jake? Third and 25. He lost 15 yards on that play. What a horrible sack. From his own 26 out of the gun. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. And he'll check it down to Cole Kmet. And he'll get back about 10 yards. To about the 35. They'll punt. The Goblin was in the movie, Greg. NY Giants 26 says they fight in the comics. I wasn't surprised. Yeah, I wasn't surprised either. But I don't want to give anything away. But that's who I think will be the villain in the next one. And obviously the last credit was awesome. Definitely stick around if you're going to Spider-Man. Stick around for the end credits. There's 2. 11:43 to go here in the third. As the Bears set to punt it away. High-flying punt caught at the 20, and he's tackled out of bounds at about the 22. Yeah, we could have had Josh Allen. We don't know for sure, but more than likely we could have had both Josh Allens, yes. Because more than likely, had we taken Josh Allen, we probably weren't going to win a lot of games in his rookie year. So, yes, we probably could have, hypothetically speaking. Do I watch Hawkeye? Yes. I am out. I think it's only 6 episodes, right, Tay? I think I'm like 3 episodes in. I'm either 3 or 4 episodes in. Which maybe I'll do a review on that. I like it. My favorite and Yuri, I'm gonna get to it in a second. My favorite Marvel series is probably Loki. I think that's my favorite Marvel series that I've seen. Yuri says, if Trevor Lawrence gets to pick his head coach, according to a report, then why can't DJ pick his offensive coordinator? Just an idea. I mean, it's an idea. I don't think it's going to happen. And if that's true about Trevor Lawrence, he probably shouldn't get to pick his head coach. But obviously, they're putting full faith in him. He was the number 1 overall pick, and they think he's going to be the savior of the franchise. I think Daniel Jones should at least have some input if he's going to be the starting quarterback next year and the type of seed want to bring in. But I don't think the Giants are going to give him that luxury. But if they bring Jones back as the starter, which I'm leaning they probably will, I want a West Coast style offense. Yeah, Loki was awesome. I always get a stuffy nose when I do these live streams sometimes. Does Fromm get the start this week? I mean, it hasn't been announced yet, Motorcycles, but I think people are assuming he will, based off the fact that he got that drive to close out the game. But it hasn't been confirmed yet. Yeah, Baker Mayfield gets so many commercials. And we're back at it. What is this? Sometimes these animations that they do on these football games are so bad. This is so bad. What is this? Matt Nagy's going for a Christmas tree? I guess that was a play on Christmas Vacation. He was a Bears fan in the movie. I think that's what that was. He was Christmas tree shopping with Ryan Pace. 11:32 to go here in the third. And there's a handoff to Dalvin Cook. Cook cuts it to the outside to the 30. Out of bounds. There's a flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold. Tackle down at the 31. 11:26 to go here in the third. I think this is probably coming back. Yeah, he's one of the Griswolds. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And it's a block in the back on Osborne. I forgot to check my daily fantasy team. Let me check that real quick. I am. Let's see if I'm winning. Probably not. I never win. Once in a while. No, I'm not winning. I don't know how much I'm down in terms of like out of the money, but I'm not winning. And here come the Vikings. Here's Kirk Cousins. Cousins coming out in the gun. He's got Cook to his right. He's going to hand to Cook. And Cook's got nowhere to go. Hicks bottles him up. Bears defense has played well. 10:55 to go here in the third. It'll be second and long. Yeah, it's time to start from. I agree. Yeah, a little bit of a dirty hit on Dalvin Cook. He definitely dragged him down to the ground after the fact. Second and 17 here from the 16. Here's Cousins out of the gun. Drops back to pass. Under pressure. Throws. Tipped up in the air. Incomplete. I'll tell you what, man. I don't know where they got this kid from. They said he was on their practice squad. That's his third highlight play of the game. The cornerback for the Chicago Bears, Graham. He's played well. What an acrobatic play that was. Third and 17 here. On their feet in Chicago. Cousins takes the snap. He's going to turn and give to Cook. Cook spins out of a tackle. Cuts back to the middle of the 20. He's got a lead blocker, and he's down at the 20. 10:08 to go here in the third. And oh, my God. What a horrible penalty on the Chicago Bears. I think it's going to be a late hit on the Bears. He was like 12 yards short of the first down. It would have been 4th and 12. They're talking it over. And Benjamin, man, thank you very much, man. He says, saw Spider-Man again. I freaking love Zendaya. I feel like Ned had some nudes of the director, which is why he's in all these movies. It's funny that you mentioned Ned the way that you do. I was not a fan of Ned until this movie. I actually didn't hate him in this movie. I thought he was pretty good. Zendaya was great as MJ, though. Are the Giants going to keep rebuilding? What do they have? What do they have or start for Ray? I don't know, man. We'll find out with the GM change if they, when they bring in the new GM at the end of the year, and we'll see what the direction of the team is. If Judge is back, I'm actually learning that they probably won't rebuild, even though I think they should. No, I just hate seeing bad football, Ray. I hate seeing bad football. No, I'm rooting for the Vikings. But obviously I'm not as invested as if it was a Giants game. It's such a horrible penalty. But obviously I'm happy. But a horrible penalty there by the Chicago Bears. And that's going to give the Vikings a first down. 5 penalties for 54 yards for the Bears. 2 penalties for 15 yards for the Vikings. First and 10, 10:04 to go here in the third. No, I haven't seen The Witcher. People have told me to watch it, though. There's a handoff up the middle. Nice cut back to the 45, to the 50, down to the 46 of Chicago. 9:47 to go here in the third. If Fromm ends the season strong, is he start? I have a bad feeling Fields is going to be just as bad as Haskins. You're an Ohio State fan? Well, no, obviously you're an Alabama fan, Ray. I hope not. I just think he's in a really bad situation. But I mean, I hope he does well, just not this year. I don't want him to do well this year. Cousins coming out under center, I formation, 9:19 to go here in the third. From the 46, man in motion right to left. Vikings starting to move and groove. He's going to turn. He's going to give off the left guard. Bounces off a tackle to the 40. All the way up to the, still on his feet. Nice run. Up to the 36, a first down for the Vikings. 9:03 to go here in the third. I think Gallman's active, but I haven't seen him play. But yes, I think he's active. I know that the Vikings picked him up, and I'm pretty sure I read that he was active tonight, but they haven't used him. First and 10, 8:43 to go here in the third. If the Giants win the next few games, are you happy or pissed? I'll never be pissed if the Giants win. Never be pissed. First and 10. I don't think they're going to win, though. Cousins drops back to pass under pressure, and that's incomplete. Second and 10. But no, I'll never be upset if the Giants win. I just don't think they will. They might win one game. If they're going to win one game, let it be the Eagles game. This week. Yeah, I'll do the Knicks tomorrow, PJ. And Sportsburner says, just got out of work. What I missed? Oh, yeah, let me give you a wrench now. I told you I'd give you a wrench. As there's a throw coming out for a gain of about 7 or 8. You haven't missed much. That was Osborne again. He's had a couple of catches for the Vikings. You haven't missed much, man. It's been a sloppy game, tons of defense. But Vikings winning 10-3, which is all we really care about as Giants fans. 8:09 to go here in the third. Minnesota's starting to get close to field goal range here. But yeah, there was only one touchdown scored in the game. Been a lot of sloppy play on both sides. Actually, they're already in field goal range. It'd be a 45-yarder from there. Cousins coming out under center from the 28. Man in motion is Ham. It's going to be an offset eye. He'll take the snap. Cousins turns, gives to Cook. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose 2. Nice play there by Ogletree, the former Giant. So it'll be a 47-yarder from there. 7:38 to go. Big field goal here for the Vikings. I'm sure he'll be back, world's heaviest jam band. I'm sure he'll be back. Another flag. Who's it on? This might be another unnecessary roughness penalty. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 2 unnecessary roughness penalties in a row on this drive on third down. The Bears just handing the Vikings points. 7:31 to go here in the third. A personal foul on Gibson of the Bears. The last one was worse because it was, out of field goal range. But this, obviously this one's just as bad. This could give him a touchdown. First and 10. Let's go, baby. The Bears, it makes no sense to tank. They don't have the pick. So they're not tanking. 7:28 to go here in the third. And the Bears have too many men on the field. They're going to have to rush off. They do. Cousins coming out under center from the 15. Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Cousins under center. He'll take the snap. He gives to Cook. Cook, nice cut back to the 10. Tackle down to the 9. 7:10 to go here in the third. What's going on there, Mike Luis, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Tatum, what odds you putting on the Giants losing out? I'd say 65 to 70%. I think they lose out. Maybe 60%. 60% they lose out. I'd say 90% they don't win more than one game. Cousins coming out under center. Dalvin Cook in the backfield. He's going to motion ham. It's going to be an I formation here from the 10. He'll take the snap. He gives to Cook. Cook up the middle. He gets stuffed there at about the 8. It'll be 3rd and 2. 6:29 to go here in the third. Problem is Carolina, their schedule is brutal. They will get the 5th or 6th pick. Will they? I don't even know. What are they, a game behind us? I don't even know their record. What, they got 5 wins? So if they lose out, they'll probably pass. I don't know how the tiebreaker stacks up for them in terms of strength of schedule, but obviously they'll pass one of our picks because we play the Bears. So one of us has to win. 3rd and 2 from the 8. Cousins out of the gun, takes the snap, 3-step drop, throws, touchdown, easy peasy for the Vikings. $16-3. Smith Morset, I think that's how it's pronounced, with the touchdown reception. 7 yards in the right corner of the end zone as Cousins gets him there. Nice. Good stuff, man. Game over. Well, I'm not going to jinx anything, but good stuff. 16-3, extra point pending as Cousins delivers on his 2nd touchdown of the game. Stand up, Vikings fans. Snap, hold, kick, good. Let me update that scoreboard real quick. And then I'm going to get to something that Ray just said. It's funny that you say this, Ray. Says, I hate to say it, Chris, but these Bears are the same record as us, and their stadium is packed. It's funny that you say that. Because I was thinking the same thing. Earlier in the game, at the start of the game, like when the Bears did something good, they like flashed out to like the whole stadium. And not just their people there, but you saw people there like super like excited, like they were all waving their towels and going crazy. So it's a good observation by you because I noticed it earlier. Now maybe some of it has to do with the fact that it's a divisional game and well, we just played a divisional game. What am I talking about? But the fact that they're close to one another, the Bears and Minnesota, maybe there's a lot of maybe there's a lot of Vikings fans there, but yeah, it definitely seems more energetic there. That's for sure. But I was actually thinking the same thing earlier in the game in the first quarter. Entertainment, we have 77,000 in our stadium Sunday, most of any team in the NFL. We had 77,000. Did we? Were there actually 77,000 people there, or was it just that the tickets were sold? Because the tickets are sold before the season starts. Bears made the playoffs the past few years. Well, that, plus they got a new quarterback. And John says, well, they don't have a draft next, so there's that. That too. Ian says, what's up, Entertainer? What's going on, Ian? And let's see what we got here. The Burner says, this is great for the Giants. Like up the stream, guys. Oh, and my dream scenario, fire Gettleman, fire Judge, get a new training staff, and the Hogs. Yeah, I think all Giants fans are going to agree with a lot of what you said there, specifically the training staff. How about turf? Let's talk about that. I mentioned that in my video today. We got to change the turf, man. We've had way too many injuries, right? With the Sterling Shepard injury. That's something that I think the New York Giants definitely got to focus on, and hopefully they do this offseason, man. Lib Hunters, man, thank you very much, man. He says, let's hope Fromm starts in American Underdogs 2 from kind of looks like the Kurt appearance. Oh, you're talking about Kurt Warner? That'd be great. I'm not banking on that. Kurt Warner had a really good arm, and he was in a great offense. Hey, you could dream. Hopefully that'll be the case. 17-3, 5:51 to go here in the third. But I'm excited to see from the last 3 games. I like to show Walter higher. Not to like about it. I'm not going to get super excited no matter who the manager is, though, because in baseball, I don't think the manager makes that much of a difference. Well, it does, but it's not like a massive difference, I don't think. Vikings set to kick it away. And there's a low line drive kick there. That'll go out of the back of the end zone. Bears will start with it at their own 25. 5:51 to go here in the third. Who's scared? Forgot his name. I'll get the stats right here. The first one was Justin Jefferson, but the last one was I've never heard of. Number 15. I know that on Minnesota. It was Smith Morset. It was his first catch of the game. 1 catch, 7 yards, and a touchdown. Osborne's got 3 catches, 21 yards. Jefferson, 3 catches, 34 yards, and a score. $5:51 to go here in the third. Bears have it down by 14. And here's Fields under center. Play action. Drops back. Has time. Rolls out to the right. Buying time with the legs. And he's just going to get rid of this. Incomplete. 5:42 to go. I still remember what Chris said about Fromm coming out with prevent on the field. We got a fight here. Another unnecessary roughness penalty on the Bears. Oh, my God. That's their third. No, I think I did, Ray. I think I did. I mentioned in my video today, too, with the prevent. I'm not going to get too carried away off that drive. Here's the factors with Fromm's performance this yesterday. One, like you said, it was a 14-point game. It was 2 minutes to go. So they're in prevent defense. You're not getting the same look that you would at the beginning of the game. 2, the defense was not preparing for Jake Fromm this week, right? They were preparing for Mike Glennon. Now you're going to have a defense with a full week to prepare for him. So you got to factor that in. But regardless, still excited to see what he's got. And so another unnecessary roughness penalty on the Bears. It was on Tevin Jenkins. He had a flag earlier. And he's getting yelled at by his teammates. 5:42 to go here in the third. Bad penalty. What's up, Brandon? Glad to see you, man. Hope you're doing well too, man. Hope you're having happy holidays. Shotgun formation here for Fields from his own 12, 2nd and 22 after the penalty. He'll take the snap, draw play up the middle, and Montgomery's got nowhere to go. He's going to stumble forward. He got about 2. It'll be 3rd and 20. 5:33 to go here in the third. Yeah, Jenkins has been a head case today. Well, not a head. That was his first time he was a head case, but he had a crucial full start penalty earlier too. When it was like 3rd and a half a yard. Made it 3rd and 5.5. But the Bears just killing themselves tonight. Yeah, I know. I like Tevin Jenkins in this draft, Alvin. A lot of people had him going late first. Bears got him in the second. Command in motion here. Here's Fields out of the gun. Takes the snap. 3-step drop. He's going to check it down to the tight end, and he'll barrel over to the defender. He's going to get about 11, but the Bears will be forced to punt. It was 3rd and 20. They got 11. So 4:45 to go in the third. Bears will punt. Vikings looking to open up the lead. Oh, I didn't know that, NVME. This is his first start? That makes sense because they're showing Jason Peters there on the sideline. So this is his first time he's gotten to play all year. At least start. I know, Brandon, man. They had way too many of those this game. And it's a low snap to O'Donnell. Punt away. That's going to go over his head. Wow. What a punt. All the way back to the 2. And he's tackled out of bounds at the 3. How far was that punt? I'm trying to remember where they had the ball at the... What was that, 70 yards in the air? Riley Dixon's got to take some lessons. Yes, we stay at 5 and 6 if the Bears lose. The only difference is the Bears pick is the 5th pick instead of ours. It just changes. 72 yards. Wow. What a punt, man. Dixon will be gone at the end of the year, Raphael. Daniel Jones of the New York Giants shares his first name and initials with Daniel Jeremiah from Move the Stick. Maybe he'll be our GM. Kidder. Maybe he'll be our GM. Remember when we had a punter? Yeah. Well, he actually was good 3 years ago, but the last 2 years he hasn't been good. Problem is Carolina, their next 3 games are versus the Bucks, Saints, and Bucks. They are also at 5 wins. So there you go. So yeah, they'll you never know, but more than likely they'll pass us in one of our picks in the draft order. That punt was how far we need to send Mara. Brad Wing used to be good too. What's his name? Fiegels was great. I don't know how many older Giant fans are. Well, he's not that long ago. But Jeff Fiegels, I love. Jeff Fiegels was he was probably the best, if I remember correctly. Fiegels was the best I think I've ever seen in terms of pinning people inside the 20. He didn't necessarily have the biggest leg, but Jeff Fiegels was great in terms of situational punting. Weatherford was good. Chris, I know it would piss Giant fans off, but if Abrams gets hired, when let me see. Chris, I know it would piss Giants fans off, but if Abrams gets hired, then we could give 1 year to Judge, then clean house if we suck again. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. If we hire him, that's the plan. He's a stopgap GM. And if things don't work out, they completely blow it up. Zahid, man, what's going on, man? Sean Landetta, yeah, he's an all-time great punter for sure. Yeah, Fiegels was great for us, man. He's an all-time great punter, too, Jeff Fiegels. Cousins coming out under center, 4:02 to go here in the third. He'll take the snap. He's going to turn and give. Dalvin Cook tripped over the lineman. He got 6, though. He was able to tumble forward. 3:56 to go. It'll be 2nd and 4. What would be your ideal scenario, GM coach-wise? I mean, I've said it. I said it when we were looking for a coach last time before the search started. The guy I would love is Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, that's who I would love. I don't know if we'd be able to get him. I don't know if he wants to leave Michigan. But that's a guy I would love. There's a handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. It'll be 3rd and 4. Obviously did a great job with the 49ers when he first took that job. You'd probably have to give him a lot of personnel say, being that he had issues with the 49ers front office. But that's a guy I'd be interested in. But I don't think they're moving on from Judge, so I am not even like trying to tease myself with thinking of potential head coaches, because I really don't think we're moving on from Judge. 3 minutes to go here in the third, 3rd and 4. Here's Cousins coming out in the gun. Bears showing blitz. In man press, he'll take the snap. Drops back. Cousins steps up. He's going to try to run with it. And he dives forward. I think he's going to get the first down. Just got it. Heads up play there by Kirk. Got up to the 14. Tim says reasoning behind. I mean, like I just said, I always liked Jim Harbaugh when he was with the 49ers. When Harbaugh was with the 49ers, he went in there and he turned Alex Smith into a dog shit quarterback, into a Pro Bowler. They made the NFC title game his first year there, and then they went to the Super Bowl the second year. And I always had tremendous respect for Harbaugh as a head coach. He didn't lose his job because he did a bad job coaching. He lost his job because he did not get along with the upper management, the owner and the GM and everybody else. But in terms of a head coach, I always liked Jim Harbaugh as a head coach. And the Bears are going to challenge. That's a bad challenge. That's a bad challenge. They're going to lose this. He might get called for another penalty. I have never seen a head coach lose his cool like this guy tonight, Matt Nagy. He got hit with a flag earlier in the game that I forgot about until I saw him going nuts. They actually might be short here, by the way. They're going to be short. It's actually going to be a good challenge, I think. It's going to be close. We'll see. But he has lost his cool tonight, man. I think he's gonna be about a half yard short. What do you think about? But I like it, Jaden. I think it was a good pickup by the Mets. Buck Showalter. Yeah, he does, Oscar. Nagy's on the way out. I guess he won the challenge. Everybody's running off the field, or maybe they're waiting for the review. 2:42 to go in the third. So, yes, he won the challenge. So, a good challenge there by Nagy. He does win it. Live Hunters, man. Thank you very much, man. He says, just looked at the schedule for the team. I'll read it. Oh, they blocked the punt. The Bears blocked the punt. And they're going to have it at the 30. 2:25 to go here in the third. A huge play there by the Chicago Bears. And they made this game a little bit more interesting. Live Hunter says, just looked at the schedule for the team in front of us in the draft. Doesn't look like we could get better than 5. Yeah, I know. That's what I was actually having this discussion in my Discord earlier today. And I was looking at it. The only team that I could see us potentially passing with one of our 2 picks is the Lions when you look at the schedule, because the Jets ain't beating anybody. And I don't think Houston's going to win enough either. The Lions maybe could win 2. They don't play the hardest of schedules, and they're starting to get hot. And there's a handoff to Montgomery up the middle, nowhere to go. It'll be 2nd and 10, but more than likely, I agree with you. I think we're going to be no better than 5 and no lower than 8 with both of our picks. I think we're going to be between 5 and 8 with both picks. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation here for Fields. He'll take the snap, rolls out to the right, throws on the run. That's caught. And a good job there by Mooney to reach out. He might have gotten it. I think he's going to be about a yard short, though. I guess they said he stepped out. He's about almost 2 yards short. Minute 55 to go here in the third, as the Bears will rush to the line of scrimmage. My favorite donut, Boston cream. There's a handoff up the middle, and he's going to be a yard short. Now, this is going to be interesting. I think you got to go for this. As the Vikings stuff the run there, they got to go for this. They went for it earlier. They got to go for this. Especially with how stagnant their offense has been all game. You got an opportunity here near the red zone. 4th and about a half a yard. Minute 20 to go. So a big play here. See if the Vikings can stop. They're down to 10 on the play clock. They just break the huddle. And they'll take the snap. Fields rolls out to the right. Fields in trouble. And he's going to go down. The Vikings come up with a sack, and it'll be Vikings ball. 54 seconds to go here in the third. You know what that was like? You know what that just reminded me of, guys? What team did that remind you of? 4th and 1, you break the huddle, and you go up frantically to the line of scrimmage like you're not prepared. Like it's like you rushed the call in, you didn't know what you were doing, you rushed the line of scrimmage, and it was complete chaos on the 4th and 1 call. What team does that remind you of? 54 seconds to go here in the third quarter. What's up there, Joey, man? Thanks for popping in. It reminds me of the Giants. Reminds me of the Giants. Somebody said the Jets. Reminds me of the Giants. Josh says, does it start with a G? Yeah, I did see the Morbius trailer. Morbius looks sick, Josh. Who you want to win the Super Bowl outside of the... Well, Giants ain't winning the Super Bowl. I'll go with the Colts. I like the Colts. I like the way they're built. I don't really care, though. Anybody but the Cowboys, I'm happy. I mean, we do have their picks, so I guess they're mimicking us. Yeah. Do you think though that teams will be willing to take a risk on hiring Kellen Moore? Brandon, honestly, I've been asked about Kellen Moore in the past for the Giants. I really think in my heart that Kellen Moore is going to end up staying with the Cowboys. I really think Kellen Moore is going to end up staying with the Cowboys, and I think they're molding him to be the future head coach with Dallas. But maybe not. Maybe I'll be wrong. But I think he's gonna stay there for a few years and eventually take over there. And hi, man, thank you very much. He says, "What's going on, Chris? How you been doing, dude? Let's draft linemen. High tides raise all ships, man. Hi, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. And thank you so much for being such a great supporter. And I'm with you, man. The more linemen, the merrier. I'm with you on that. And I hope you're having a happy holidays. Chances the Eagles trade up and steal our pick. I mean, it's certainly possible. They got 3 first-round picks, right? So if they want to trade up, they certainly have the arsenal, the ability to do it. Now it looks like all those picks are going to be at least in the middle of the first round or later, right? Because the Colts look like they're going to make the playoffs. Miami's now 7-7. The Eagles have a shot at the playoffs. So I doubt that'll happen. I mean, maybe they move up, but if they move up that far, I think it'll be for a quarterback. So I don't think they'll steal our pick. Cousins, play action, drops back, steps up, buys time, throws on the run. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10. NVME, man, thank you very much. He says, a block punt was longer than Dixon's punt. Pretty much. I mean, that still went, what? It went 28 yards. It's pretty close to, some of Dixon's punts. A lot of times they don't go more than 40. And from the front room, man, what's going on, man? Aloha to you, buddy. Yeah, I hope they move up for a quarterback, too. And Grim Solo says, Albert Breer was live, just said Wilson to the New York. Really? Grim, do me a favor. And there's a hand up the middle. Got about a yard. I don't know if you're talking about YouTube, Twitter, whatever. I don't want you to donate again. I'll look for it in the chat. Do me a favor. Drop me the link to that. Or just tell me, like if it was on his Twitter, I'll see it or whatever. Or tell me the YouTube channel, because I actually want to take a look at that. What's up there, Brandon, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Or maybe you're talking about maybe it was TV. Maybe it was on TV. 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. But thank you, Grim, man. I appreciate it, man. That's going to take us to the fourth. Tim says he'd hate the trade. To me, it would come down to the trade. I'm not closed-minded. I'm not like there's no way I would ever do that. It would come down to the trade for me. But if they gave up what I think they'd have to give up, I wouldn't be happy. NVME, it's on Twitter. Okay. I guess I'll just type in Albert Breer's. Let me just put in my notes so I don't forget after because I'm actually really interested in that. Albert Breer, Russell Wilson. I'll try to find it after. But thank you for letting me know, man. Ethan from New York Giants Weekly. Okay. I follow him on Twitter, so let me just type in MYG Weekly. I'll definitely check that out after the stream. Thank you for letting me know, man. I appreciate it. MY Giants 26 says, was against Russ at first. Now depends on the price. Yeah, I'm the same as you. It depends on the price. But for what I think it'll cost, I don't think I'd do it. It's gonna be an interesting offseason, though. I really do think Russ wants to come here. Oh, it's from Ethan? Hot take, don't want Wilson, rather has 2 pieces of granite in the top 10. I don't think that's a hot take, John, actually. I think most Giant fans are with you on that. I think most Giant fans are not for trading for Russell Wilson, which I am. I pretty much go with as well. I would much rather think long term. What's up there, Chio, man? Thanks for popping in. What's up, Asanya, man? Thanks for being here, buddy. But I'm not against it under the right circumstances. I'm not going to just completely dismiss it. Really? I'm excited to hear this after, amazing guy. What would be your price? Well, I mean, for people that have said 3 first-round picks, I'm not doing that. I'm not trading 3 first-round picks. Ideally, they're going to want a first in this draft. But it's not for, like, people that say only 1 first is crazy. This is not a typical first. This is a top 5 pick, right? It's not like when Matt Stafford traded with the Rams, they gave up 2 firsts, but they were both in the back end of the first or projected to be in the back end of the first. You're talking about a top 5 pick. That has a lot of value. So for me, start of the fourth quarter here, 3rd and 9. Cousins coming out in the shotgun. He's going to motion Dalvin Cook out wide left. Bears showing blitz. He'll take the snap. They come with 4. Now 5. Hit as he throws, and that's batted away. 4th and 9. It'll be Bears ball. A lot of time here in the fourth quarter, but for me, it would be what I'd be willing to go. One of our picks this year obviously needs to be included in the trade. The other thing that you have to factor in is that there's going to have to be players involved because you're going to have to free up cap to be able to bring this guy in, being that we're so strapped to begin with. So, I don't know who you involve in it to offset the salaries, but that has to be involved in the trade as well. But in terms of just draft picks, I'd be willing to give up one of our first-round picks this year, and like maybe a second in the next draft, and maybe like a future 3rd or 4th. I think that's as far as I would go. Fumble on the punt return, and the Vikings come up with it. I don't think I'd want to give up 2 first, especially Vikings ball in Bears territory, especially being that one of them is going to be a top 5 pick. I'm definitely not giving up 3. Vikings ball. This game is close to over here. And J-Man, thank you very much. If there's any truth to the Mara quote saying he compared Judge to Belichick, what reason is there to have any confidence in his next choice? That's a great point, Jay. That's a great point. Now, to be fair, Jay, maybe that's what he said when he initially hired him. And maybe Belichick told him that, right? Because Belichick, obviously close with the Giants, and he may have influenced the decision bringing him in. But if he actually thinks that right now, he's out of his mind. But maybe he was influenced by Belichick, and Belichick said, hey, this is a young me. You give this guy a chance, he could get your franchise back to where they need to be. There's a handoff up the middle for about 4, but if he thinks that right now, he's out of his mind. No, Wilson's not going to restructure his contract. Wilson's about the money, man. 2nd and 7, as he should be. 2nd and 7. And we got a flag on the play. So many flags in this game. Full start. Most of them have been on the Bears. That one's on the Vikings. 14:09 to go here in the 4th. And Prison Mike, man, a lot of people have been asking me about him today. I've looked into him a bit, Prison Mike. I haven't done a ton. I watched like 2 videos of highlights on him, and one of my subscribers sent me a ESPN behind the scenes, which if you want to know more about him, if you haven't watched that, I highly suggest you do. It's about like 9 or 10 minutes. It's such a great video, and it really showcases like how good of a guy he is and how easy it is to root for him. Came from a really tough story. Comes from Greece. Cousins takes the snap out of the gun, drops back, looks left, throws left. That's caught. There's a flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold. And he's had a couple of deaths to close family members, but definitely check that out. Really tough kid, man, and he plays really hard. And he's an easy guy to root for. But I don't know how good of a fit he is for our defense. I think he's more of a 4-3 guy. I don't think as of now I'd want him with one of our picks. If we're picking as high as I think we're going to be picking. But I really like him. $14.02 to go here. 17-3 Vikings. Chris, happy Christmas week. What's wrong with Barkley? I don't think Barkley's the same, Brandon, if I'm being honest with you right now. And I'm hoping next year he could be. Either way, I don't think he's going to be in the long-term plans of this team. But I think you got to give him another year to recover from that injury, and we'll see if he can get back to old form. But Merry Christmas to you too, buddy. There's a handoff off the right guard, and that's going to be a pickup of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 4s. That's Dalvin Cook. That is the dumbest trade offer for Russ I have ever seen. I don't know what the trade are you talking about. I wouldn't give up 3 first-round picks. Anybody that gives up 3 first-round picks is out of their mind, especially being that one of them is going to be a top 5 pick. And MY Giants 26, he says, I'll get to that in 1 second. Here's Cousins. Cousins takes the snap out of the gun, drops back, pump fake, and he's devoured. It's going to be 4th and a mile. 13:04 to go here in the 4th. MY Giants 26 says, Breer said could be in the vet market for quarterback, if not DJ. I'm not surprised by that. If Judge comes back, I think we are at least going to explore that. I do. And I don't know if that's the best idea, but I think we're going to explore it because Judge knows his job is going to be on the line. And are they going to wow, this is a long field goal, right? For Joseph, for the Vikings. This is a big field goal if he makes it. Makes it a 3-possession game. Oh, is it trade offer in the chat? I am no way I'm giving up 3 first-round picks. I think that's crazy. I wouldn't give up 2. I think a top 5 pick is worth a ton. I'd give up some extra picks with that, maybe, but that's as far as I'd go. Not 2 first if I'm giving up a top 5. Isaac says, is it sad that I think the Bears would beat us? No, because I actually agree with you. I think it'll be a good game, but I actually agree with you. I think every team in the league will beat us right now. I think we're the worst team in football. Maybe my opinion will change if Fromm plays really well. Maybe my opinion will change on that, but and I think we could easily beat the Bears, but I think I would pick the Bears right now. Punts away here by the Vikings. And looked like we had a stoppage in play. There's a flag, another flag. This is crazy, man. Full start. Back him up 5 yards. Wilson's a franchise quarterback, no doubt about it. The thing with Wilson, he's going to eat up a ton of cap. And if you give up 3 first-round picks, you're giving up your ability to build the rest of this team. We have no cap space, as is. And now you're inheriting a guy that makes $35 million. The age doesn't really bother me. I do think he could play at a high level for another 4 or 5 years. But it's the picks and the inability to build the rest of this team. Just bringing in Russell Wilson, we're not going to win a Super Bowl. And the Bears are going to field this at about the 6, and they'll get tackled down there. Rodney, man, thank you very much, man. Chris, did you see the CBS has come out, has this, let me read this real quick. Chris, have you seen, and thank you, Rodney. Chris, did you see CBS Sports has us moving up to take Tibbs at 2? What are your thoughts on that? Thank you for all the content that us Giants fans actually look forward to. Rodney, man, I really appreciate that, man. And thank you for all the support on the channel. I did not see that. I haven't looked at like I've been looking at some mocks here and there. I haven't looked at the most updated mocks. As far as Kayvon Thibodeau goes, I don't know, man. I don't know much. I'm in love with that, man. And he could be great. And I got to do a lot more research on him. But everybody says he could be. And I've watched some games with him at Oregon. And he definitely looks like a really good prospect. And he could be an elite prospect. But I don't know how much I'm in love with trading up and giving up both of our first round picks to go up and do that. Like if we're picking 5 and 6, I don't know how I'm in love with how in love I am with that, because you could fill 2 primary needs with those 2 picks. Like you could get. I don't think I would do that, man. The only way I'm ever in favor of trading up that high in a draft, because you got to give up so much to move up to 2, is if it's for a quarterback. And obviously, like an elite quarterback. I don't think I would want to do that. I think I'd rather stay where we are and fill in 2 of our needs. Now, if you can make that trade without giving up your other first-round pick, and maybe give up a future first and a second in this draft, that's a different story, right? Like say it's like 5 for 2, and you give up a second in this draft and something else, maybe then. But if I got to give up both my first-round picks to make that to get Kayvon Thibodeau, no, I wouldn't have any interest. Chris, are you an offense or defense type of guy? I think I'm more defense, but I'm obsessed with the offensive line. But I would say I'm more about building the trenches and I think I enjoy watching a great defense more than an offense. But by the same token, in today's NFL, I also recognize that building a strong offense is probably more important than a strong defense. Because if you get an elite quarterback and a great play caller, it's much easier to sustain that than to sustain a great defense. With today's day and age, with free agency constantly losing players, I think it's much easier to sustain a good offense than a good defense. So I would go, if I was a GM, I would build more for the offensive side of the football in today's day and age, especially with all the rules that benefit the quarterback. They're showing the Christmas Day games. It's the Packers. Fumble by Fields. He was able to pick it up. Did he kneel? Fields went to kneel. Wait a second. This is the craziest play I've ever seen if this gets called a safety. So Fields is at the 10-yard line. He takes the snap. He goes for a play action. He goes to kneel. Then he gets back up, and then he gets drilled in the end zone. I don't know if they're going to call this a safety. Forward progress. There's a okay, so there's a flag. There's a flag on the Bears, on the Vikings, rather. Unnecessary roughness, personal foul. So the Bears are going to get 15 yards here. And Benjamin, thank you very much, man. Okay, you get that from watching Zendaya. The same way Brandon Rodgers gets and he wakes up next to his hubby sports pervert. I love MJ. Oh, God. You got something going on with Brandon Rodgers. I guess because you guys are rivals with the Seahawks and the Rams. 11:55 to go. Zendaya's hot. I'm not going to lie. She's 25. I could say that. Or over 20, I think. Fields will take the snap out of the gun. Looks left, throws left. That's caught. And he'll barrel forward to the 31. That's first down for the Bears. Bird, I think that was his first catch of the game for Chicago. 11:38 to go here in the fourth. Bears are just as hard to watch as they are. That's why they're both picking in the top 5. Here's Fields coming out in the gun. Trips to the right, takes the snap, 3-step drop, delivers a bullet over the middle, and that's caught. That's a pickup at 12. Bears starting to get the offense rolling here. 11:16 to go here in the fourth. They need 2 scores. That was Bird again, back-to-back catches. From the 41, here's Fields. He'll take the snap, drops back, 3-step drop, heaves it up. That's caught down the center of the field. That was Cole Kmet up to the 35. Good job there to hold it in. 10:53 to go here in the fourth. Is she really? No, she ain't 17. And he drops back. Fields throws. That's caught. And he'll hold into the 25. No, she's in her 20s. Carlos Fitzman, thank you very much. Man, I would love Neil at right tackle and then draft Equinu and put him at left guard. I want some real molars on the line. Tired of our soft ass line. Dude, I would be in heaven if they did that. If you get him, if you get the guy from NC State, throws over the middle, that's caught by Kmet. That's a pickup of 6 up to the 19. So it'll be 2nd and 4 here. Now they're in the red zone, so the Bears starting to move. But if you get the kid out of NC State, you could put him at guard, and then you get Evan Neal at the tackle. Oh, my God. That guy is my draft day crush right now, by the way. The guy out of NC State, I friggin' love him. And here's Fields. Fields play action, rolling out. Little pump fake, and he's going to take off. Oh, that's a flag. Slides, and he gets hit in the head. And that's going to be half the distance to the goal. The Bears are going to have this at the 8 now, or the 7. That's like the 6th unnecessary roughness penalty in this game. I don't think I've seen so many in my whole life. And again, well, I'm sure I have, but it's been a lot. And that was Kendricks on the flag. Oh, Fields got rocked. It was a helmet to helmet with Kendricks. Yeah, 25 in real life. I know she's younger in the movie, but My favorite actor in real life, what's up, Jeremy, man? Thanks for popping in, is Tom Cruise. I love, like, every movie that guy makes. Good point there, Ray. Chris, see you tomorrow, bro. It's time to get some shut-eye. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Bambino. He got ejected. I mean, that was a bad hit, man. That was a bad hit. And the Sports Burner says, you know who's hot? Dua Lipa. I'd marry her. I've heard the name. I'm sure I've seen her before. I don't know. I'd have to look at her. I'd have to look at her. So they ejected Kendricks of the Vikings. Wow. Take a break, my man. I'm not saying he's the best actor, Ray. I love his movies. I love his movies. Shotgun formation from the 7-yard line. He's definitely not the best actor. DiCaprio's got to be up there for me. Fields takes the snap, turns, gives, nowhere to go. It'll be second and goal at the 7. DiCaprio's probably my favorite, the best actor. But my favorite actor in terms of I know I'm going to like his movies, probably Tom Cruise. Matthew McConaughey's really good too. And Nikki Sav, remember to watch the incredible Mr. I gotta type that in. I gotta type that in for you, my man. Let me type that in. Incredible Mr. Limpet. Okay, that's on my list. Shotgun formation here for Fields. 8:50 to go here in the 4th. Down by 2 scores. Drops back, steps up, trying to use the legs, buys time, throws it into the end zone, and that's batted away, incomplete. 3rd and goal. Was looking for Komet as Peterson breaks it up. Tom Hanks is up there for sure. Yeah, Daniel Day. The only thing with Daniel Day-Lewis, Ray, is, and a really nice play in the end zone. The only thing with Daniel Day-Lewis, the guy makes like a movie like once every 6 years, but because he spends so much time to prepare for the part. But yeah, he's an incredible actor. But actually, one of my favorite movies is with Hanks and DiCaprio. Catch Me If You Can. 3rd and goal. Empty backfield here, coming out of the gun. 5 wide set from the 9. He'll take the snap, drops back, under pressure, looking, cooking, throwing, and nearly caught. Was looking for Graham, incomplete. It was in and out of the defender's hands, and then Graham was almost able to come up with it. 8:35 to go, and Bears got no choice. You got to go for it here. And Benjamin, thank you very much. Black Widow or Scarlet Witch? Let's pray and thank the Lord and Jesus that he blessed us with Zendaya. It's not a blessing. However, when we are stuck with KP, Max, and their mistress, Brandon, I guess I'd go with the Black Widow. I still have not seen, by the way, and thank you, Benjamin. Shotgun formation, man in motion. Drops back to pass, throws to the right corner. He's got him. I don't think he was in. I think he only got 1 foot in. Darnell Moody's out of bounds. Vikings ball. 8:30 to go here in the 4th. It'll be Vikings ball. He just missed him. What was I going to say? I still have not seen the Black Widow movie. I haven't seen it. I saw part of it. I got to watch the rest of it. Yeah, he's just out of bounds. He got 1 foot in. And then his hip just landed out of bounds. He was almost in. It's close. I didn't see There Will Be Blood, Ray. I heard he was great in it, though. But I didn't see it. But commercial break here as the Vikings getting set to put this game on ice, hopefully. You think the shin touched? Maybe. If the shin touches, I do think it counts as a second foot. So I'm assuming they're reviewing this. Maybe. Yeah, Carlos's vids. I watched part of it, and I just never got back to it. I fell asleep. Not because I thought it was boring. It was really late. And I fell asleep while I only got 20 minutes in. I heard it was pretty good. Not great, but I heard it was pretty good. I got to watch it though. My all-time, I get asked this all the time. My all-time favorite movie is Lord of the Rings. Return of the King, the third one, is my favorite of the three, but Lord of the Rings. It's on Netflix. Oh, maybe I'll check it out, man. Ray, man, I'm pumped up about the Mets, by the way. What do I fall asleep to? And once in a while, I'll have like I'll put something on in the background, but usually I just go to bed. I don't watch TV. Once in a while I'll have something on in the background, like a YouTube podcast or something. But usually I just go to bed with nothing. Chris, you have to watch Spartacus. The show on HBO, I think, came out like 10 years ago. I've heard it's great. I have not watched it, but I heard it was Spartacus is really good. I've not watched it. Braveheart's classic. What was that? 93? I think it came out, won Best Picture. It's like 3 hours long. But that's a great movie. Chris, would you consider this best case scenario for the Giants? Giants trade one of their first rounders and move back to the 17th, and they get a first and a third round pick for next year and draft Kenny Pickett. All right, let me go over this scenario in my head, Joseph. So they trade back. Let's say they have the 5th and 6th pick, and they're reviewing this. Let's see. No, I think he's out, guys. Oh, he might be in. He's in. I think he's in. Oh, that's so close. I don't know if they're going to overturn it. Fix the eye, man. Thank you very much. Put Dead Zone on your wish list. I love Christopher Walken, so I got to put that on my wish list. Thank you for letting me know, man. I love Christopher Walken. Good to see you, Fix the line, man. How you doing, buddy? But as far as your trade, say we trade down from 6 to 17, and we get a future first and a third round pick, and we take Pickett with the 17th pick. I mean, I still probably wouldn't want Pickett, but if they did that, do I think we're getting good value? Sure. But I wouldn't love that. If we trade down, I would rather not take a quarterback and have more draft capital to go up and get a quarterback in the following draft that I feel is a stronger quarterback draft class. That's my reasoning to trade down in this year's draft, not to draft a quarterback. It would be because I want to potentially draft a quarterback in the following draft to give myself more draft capital to be able to trade up and get my quarterback, because 2023 most people think is going to be a much better draft class for that position. So that would be my line of thinking. So if Pickett was not involved, I would be completely for that. But with Pickett involved, I don't love it. You're still getting good value, though. 8:30 to go here in the 4th, and we're going to see if they overturn this. Incomplete. All right. And Benjamin, thank you very much, man. I swear if I see Ned in any more movies, I'll lose my sanity. He needs to eat less McDonald's and more salads. And Zendaya is my favorite MJ. Oh, Zendaya, I agree with you on Zendaya. She's definitely my favorite MJ. I don't hate Ned like you. I thought in the previous movie he was too like Nickelodeon-ish, too kiddish, but this movie I actually liked him. I know you don't like Ned. 8:30 to go here in the 4th. Here's Cousins under center. He's going to give to Cook up the middle. He gets about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. And T-Boy says 2 words, Bryce Young. See, the Bryce Young thing, I mean, sure, that sounds great. But if he's going to go first overall and we're not picking first overall, you're not going to be able to trade up to get him. If that team needs a quarterback, they're just going to take him. If there's a no-doubt quarterback prospect, they ain't trading out of that pick. So, but there's supposed to be a lot of good quarterbacks in the following draft class. If we're going to trade down, I would sooner not draft a quarterback. If you're going to take a quarterback, you're probably just going to take him with one of your picks. 7:50 to go here in the 4th. 2nd and 5 here for Cousins. Man in motion is Jefferson. From his own 14, takes the snap, gives to Cook. Cook tries to pop it to the outside. Good tackle there. He got a yard. Looked like he was going to get a first down. It'll be 3rd and 4. And they're going to call a hold. So it wouldn't have mattered. It'll be half the distance to the goal. 2nd and long. It's on Tyler Conklin, the tight end. Zendaya. Oh, is that how you pronounce it? I don't even know how you pronounce it. Zendaya. Zendaya. Okay. Zendaya. I was saying Zendaya. Have the Vikings had a first down this half? Hasn't been a whole lot of offense in this half from either side. It's been a boring game, but we just care about the score. We just want the Vikings to win. But yeah, neither team has had much on offense going. And Cousins going to let this clock tick down as far as it can. It's down to 10. 7:15 to go here in the fourth. Probably not going to do Eagles-Washington. Probably not. Cousins takes the snap, gives to Cook. Cook up the middle. Gets about 3. It'll be 3rd and 9. I think the Knicks play. So if I'm going to do a game, it'll be the Knicks. I don't really care about that game, being that we're out of it, to be honest with you. But I'm definitely going to do playoff. I'm going to do as many playoff games as I can for the NFL playoffs. But I figured I'd do the Bears game because we have an investment with that as Giants fans. 3rd and 9. 17-3. Vikings lead by 14. Cousins coming out in the shotgun formation. Man in motion is Cook. 3 wide set. Bears showing blitz. They'll come with 4. Drops back under pressure. And incomplete. 4th and 9. Vikings will have to punt. But I don't think it matters much. Vikings have 2 timeouts. Bears have 2 timeouts. And their offense hasn't been able to produce anything all game. But we'll see. We'll see if Fields get it going here. 6:19 to go here in the fourth. Yeah, I'll do the Knicks tomorrow. You Entertainer, have you seen that Lord Brunson that linebacker? Yeah, I've seen Devin Lloyd. A couple people have asked me about him in my streams. I love him. I just don't think I'd want to take him as high as we're going to be picking. But if we traded down to like 10, 11, punts away, and that's going to bounce at the 43. It'll go out of bounds. He's a beast. I don't know if I'd want to pick him as high as 5 or 6, but yeah, he's a beast. He reminds me of, not to say he's as good as him, but he reminds me of like a Micah Parsons type linebacker. Like, you can line him up on the outside. I like him a lot. Very physical too, from what I've seen. I've watched like 3 or 4 highlight things of him on YouTube, one film breakdown. I'm a big fan of his. I like him a lot. You got it, Lou, man. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah, no, Ray, I'm with you, man. The only reason I have any interest in this game is because we have the Bears pick. So as Giants fans, we need the Bears to lose. It helps the Giants if the Bears lose. But the playoffs, I always try to do the playoff games. Entertainer, other than O-line, what's our biggest need? I would say, it's either probably, if you're not including the quarterback, it's either middle linebacker or edge rusher, I think. And potentially cornerback. Because like I said, we may cut Bradbury. But I would say the middle linebacker or edge rusher is probably our second biggest need. O-line should be OC. I agree, Dust Thunder, man. I say that every year pretty much, but I agree. I'm always going to want to take a line, especially with how bad our line is. By the way, I know you're a Steelers fan, Dust Thunder. I think the same for your team. And you may take a quarterback, but you got to fix that line as well, man. Your line's not that great either. But knowing the Steelers, they draft so well, they'll probably draft the guy in the 3rd round, and it'll be great on the line. But I think that's your biggest need also. Now, you know better than me. You watch them, but I think the Steelers need to retool that line. Will Russ Callaway be our play caller? I don't know. I would guess not. They promoted Kitchens, right? So I would guess not, but maybe. I doubt it, though. What's going on, John? Man, thanks for popping in, buddy. Hello, football fan. Hello, Don fam. Can we draft an OC? I don't think so, Safe Tack, but I'll have to get back to you on that. Hire Joe Brady. I would not be opposed to hiring Joe Brady. My only question is, why did he get fired from Carolina? But coming out of LSU, we have his assistant, currently on the roster, who DJ just asked about to be the OC. Joe Brady was known as a very innovative guy. I would bring him in for an interview. I would like Joe Brady as a potential offensive coordinator if possible. Bears are going to break the huddle. Fields is going to have it here at his own 44. Montgomery to his right. And he'll take the snap, drops back, throws. That's caught. And he dropped it. Thought Kmet caught it at first. He dropped it. 6:05 to go. 2nd and 10. Panthers. Yeah, well, I know Panthers fans aren't too fond of Matt Rule right now. Oh, Benjamin. 6:05 to go here in the 4th. I'll read this real quick. Tell us the story of you staring at a girl in a bar. Your ex slapped the blanket. Low-key, I feel for you and your brother. Go live on the movie channel and put on a fake persona. No, I love my brother. No, not at all. Sometimes we get into movie debates, but no, definitely not a fake persona. I love Greg. Fields drops back to pass, buys time with the legs, and he's going to go all the way down to the 35 out of bounds at the 32. 5:57 to go here in the 4th. And the Bears starting to, I'll tell the story at the end of the game because right now it's big spot in the game. I'll tell the story at the end of the game. But Benjamin, thank you very much. 5:57 to go. Definitely not the happiest moment of my life. Probably should have never told you guys that story. 1st and 10 here for the Bears. Fields coming out in the shotgun here from the 33. He'll take the snap, drops back, buying time with the legs, and he's going to throw against his body. I think it's out of bounds. They're going to say he couldn't get his feet in. 2nd and 10. Tommy Frederico. Benjamin sometimes tries to get me, I guess, to embarrass myself every now and again. And one time I got slapped in the face at a bar. I mean, there's not much to tell, but I guess I'll go into better detail. One of my ex-girlfriends slapped me in the face because I was drooling over another girl. But there's a little bit more to it. 5:37 to go here in the 4th. 2nd and 10. Here comes Fields coming out in the shotgun formation as the Vikings come with 4. Fields drops back, little sidearm delivery, and that's caught out of bounds at about the 20. That's Mooney, first down for the Bears. 5:32 to go here in the 4th. I was not staring at Gettleman. I promise you. I was staring at another girl. It was not a good decision. 5:26 to go. 1st and 10. Eagles run the ball well with Doug Peterson. I'm not the biggest Peterson guy, but as an OC, I might be okay with it. I definitely not as a head coach. And here we go. He'll take the snap, drops back, throws, hits Montgomery. Montgomery will get 3 as he's pushed out of bounds. It'll stop the clock. Still a lot of time here for the Bears. 4:59 to go here in the 4th. It'll be 2nd and 7. Fields has actually done a pretty good job moving the ball. Just hasn't been able to get into the end zone. He's going to need to do it twice here. If the Bears score here within a minute and a half, there's still plenty of time to get the ball back the way their defense has been playing. 4:59 to go. You're a brave guy staring at another girl. Well, it wasn't a good decision, man. Wasn't a good decision. 2nd and 7. Fields takes the snap, drops back, 4-man rush, steps up, tries to buy time with the legs. He'll slide down at about the 13, make it the 14. It'll be 3rd and about 4. 4:49 to go here in the 4th. But to answer your question, it was definitely the knockers, not the butt, right? Well, she had both. She was the package, the girl on stage. 4:28 to go here in the 4th. 3rd and 4. Fields coming out in the gun. Man to his right. Vikings come with 4. Drops back, throws, corner, incomplete. He had Mooney, but he missed him by about a yard. 4th and 4. 4:19 to go here in the 4th. Oh, he had him. He just missed the throw. Woods was late getting over with the help from the safety spot. Fourth and 4 here for the Bears. Shotgun formation here for Fields. Vikings showing blitz. They'll come with it. All-out blitz. Fields throws that. Oh, he dropped it. It's got to be Vikings ball. Good play there by Fields. He got it out the bird, but he dropped it. 17-3, 4:15 to go here in the fourth. We'll see if we get a commercial break so I can tell the story. I don't think we're going to get one. Did you say knockers? What year is it? Well, I was responding to what the guy said in the chat. Ray asked if it was the knockers, so I said knockers. Actually, it was a little bit high throw there by Fields. It was a tough catch. Bird still got two hands on that, though. He's got to come down with it. Next commercial break, I'll give this story. Vikings got it here. Here comes Kirk Cousins. I formation. This game is as good as over as long as there's not like a ridiculous turnover. Man in motion left to right. He'll turn. He's going to give it to Cook. Cook cuts back over the middle, picks up 2. 4:10 to go here in the fourth. And the Bears are going to use their second timeout. Showing the NFC playoff picture. The Packers right now at 11-3 are the 1 seed. You got the Cowboys 10-4, the Bucs 10-4, Cardinals 10-4. And I think the Packers are going to get the 1 seed because their conference record, which is going to be the first tiebreaker with teams that they have not played, and I don't think they've played the Cowboys or the Bucs, is going to be the tiebreaker, and they have a 2-game advantage there. So I think the Packers are going to get the 1 seed in the NFC. And here comes Cousins, 2nd and 8 from the 16. Man in motion is Ham. He'll take the snap. He's going to give to Cook. Cook up the middle, nowhere to go. He'll get 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6. MY Giants 26 says, all our linemen have knockers, Shelton especially. Well, those weren't the kind of knockers I was talking about. Another timeout by the Bears, 4:06 to go here in the fourth. It'll be 3rd and 6. So if the Bears could get a stop here, I mean, they're going to need to recover an onside kick, but they'd have enough time to theoretically score 2 touchdowns. Raphael says it feels like the Packers year. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see Rodgers win a second one, but I feel that way every year, and they don't win. But I hope they win, man. I'd like to see Rodgers get a second championship. As the Vikings break the huddle. Big 3rd down coming up here. Cousins under center, 3rd and 6. We'll see if they let him throw. Probably not. They'll probably run. Cook in the backfield, and they're going to fake the pitch. They are going to let him throw. Cousins rolls out to the right, throws. He's got a man caught, 1st down. He might have dropped it on the way out. The ball came out, but I don't know if they're going to say he held on long enough. I think they're going to rule it a catch. 3:59 to go here in the fourth, and I think it was Justin Jefferson. So a big 1st down conversion there by Cousins. And now you could pretty much run the clock down to the 2-minute warning with 3 straight runs here. Jefferson, that was only his 4th catch of the game. He does have a touchdown. He's got 47 yards. Offset eye. Cousins under center. He'll take the snap, turns, gives up the middle. Cook, and he's going to get about 3. Gonna get 4, actually, up to the 36. 3:51 to go. You figure they'll run it 2 more times, and if they don't get the first, then they'll punt it. But getting close to the end. Dallas has a better conference record than Green. Do they? Interesting. I thought. Let me double check. I thought I looked at that, and I thought the Packers were 8-2. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, you're right. I was looking at the Bucs and the Cardinals, who were both 6-4. The Cowboys are 8-1. So that was I missed that. So Cowboys actually have a legitimate shot to get the 1 seed. Them and the Packers are the favorites. I don't know how the heads up works, in terms of who played who. And there's a handoff to Cook. Cook off left guard, got about 2, maybe 3. It'll be 3rd and about 4. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. I don't know. The Packers, I know, played the Cardinals. They beat them. So if they tie with the Cardinals, they own the tiebreaker. I don't think they played the Cowboys. No, because we didn't play the North. And the Cowboys didn't finish first, so they played a last place schedule. So they didn't play the Packers. So yeah, if they tie, The Cowboys would own the tiebreaker more than likely against the Packers. 2:33 to go here in the fourth. 8 on the play clock. 3rd and 4. They got to run it here. Offset eye for Cousins. And the Vikings will use a timeout as the play clock was about to dwindle. 2:24 to go here in the fourth. They'll run one more play, and then we'll get to tell our story. To be fair, why does everybody say it's 17, Ray? Yeah, 17 game schedule this year. Chris, according to Albert Breer, he thinks the Giants quarterback next year. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at that after. Somebody told me to take a look at that. I forgot who it was earlier in the stream. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at that after. Cart Coach, what's going on, man? Stand up. Let's go Vikings. We're about to get the W. Well, it feels like a Giants W. We're about to get it. 2:24 to go here in the fourth. 3rd and 4. Glad to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, Card Coach. Bears fans laughed at me when I predicted 3 or 4 wins for them. They'll probably get 5. Maybe 6, but probably 5. They'll probably win 1 more. Cousins under center. Offset eye. Takes the snap. Turns hands to Cook, and he's going to be short. So the Bears will get the ball back, and that should take us to the 2-minute warning. And we should get a commercial. 2:13 to go here in the fourth. Vikings will punt, and we'll get to tell this story. It's not like a great story, but it's a story. 2:04 to go here in the fourth. 2:02, 2:01. Give me a commercial break. I think we're going to get it. Okay, so real quick, Benjamin asked me to tell the story. I think I told this on a stream with Bad Dog one time when it was like a nonsense stream, or I don't know, when we were talking about old dating stories. But my first like real girlfriend, when I was 21, I started dating a girl, and we dated for 5 years. We dated for a long time, but she was crazy. And we were at a bar, and there was a band on stage. And the lead singer in the band was really hot. And I was a little drunk. And it was like a group of like 10 of us. And it was like the most of the people there were, I was with her friends. It was like one guy and like 8 girls, a group of 10 of us. And she starts singing. And I got caught. Like not just like caught, like it was like bad. Like I was like this. Like my mouth was open. My eyes were wide. Like I was like blown away by her beauty. She was wearing like a tight dress. And my girlfriend saw it. And I didn't know that she saw it. And then I go to turn my head to talk to my friend Steve, who I was there with. And I get slapped right in the face. Like 3 times. Okay? By my ex-girlfriend. And there's a big reason why she is my ex-girlfriend. I get right in front of everybody at the bar. I get slapped in my face like 3 times, right? So, on the way out, now the girl that was on the stage singing is now at the bar. And I don't know. I don't see her, but my ex-girlfriend does. So we go to get our coats at the coat check. And then on the way out, she drags me over to the girl. And I realize, oh, shit, that's the girl. And she puts my hand in her hand. And she say, hey, this is my good friend Chris. I think he'd like to date you. Maybe you guys could get to know each other. And then she just stormed out of the bar, pissed off. And I probably should have talked to her and gotten her number. It actually turns out that she was actually good friends with my other friend's girlfriend. But I found that out years later. But probably should have, as it turned out, because she's an ex for a reason. But didn't happen. But that's the story. That's the story. Yeah, she was crazy, man. She was crazy. But I was I was like, I think it was like 23 or 24 at the time. When I was 21 when we started dating. But I was an idiot. I should have just broke up with her then and there. But you live and you learn. Potato's gonna potato. Easy Lopez is already better than Spider-Man. 17-3. Vikings lead by 14. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Was it worth it? No, it was not worth it at all. It was not worth it at all. Did you look like my... Probably, Ryan. Probably similar to that. Yes. Similar to that. Punts away. And this is going to go over their head. Bears will start at their own 20. Minute 52 to go here in the fourth. The entertaining talking life, like Nona says. Crazy ones or smoke shows, though. She was pretty. My first girlfriend. She was pretty. She was crazy. Joey says, W for Chris. So I assume you didn't get any that night. Ray, probably not. No, definitely not. I may have had I talked to the other girl, but I think I talked to her for like 2 minutes and then I left. But no, I did not that night, right? That was a lonely night. Minute 52 to go here in the fourth. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Justin Fields will approach the line of scrimmage. What's up there, Pumpkin Man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Can I still feel it? No, I can't. Fields drops back to pass, throws over the middle. That's caught. And that's Herbert all the way up to the 37. That's a pickup of 17. And I don't think she's subscribed. She actually texted me randomly. She's married with 2 kids now, but she texted me randomly like 6 months ago. It was the first time I talked to her in years. Here's Justin Fields coming out in the gun. Vikings with a 4-man front. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass. Good protection here by the Bears. He'll check it down to Herbert over the middle at the 40. Makes a man miss up to the 46. And that's a first down for the Bears. Minute 18 to go here in the fourth. Story time better than Giants games. Joey likes the story time. Shotgun for me. I got plenty of stories. He'll take and there's a flag. I think we're going to have a full start on the Bears. Minute 06 to go here in the fourth. John Kim says, do you think Mara got the clue that we don't want him bringing back Joe Judge with all of the empty seats? Probably not, John. I'd like to think so, but probably not. Tana getting abused at the bar. What did she text you? She had a dog that passed away that she knew that I loved, and she told me about the dog. So that's what she texted me. And then we texted back and forth a few times, but nothing crazy. 57 seconds to go here in the fourth, 1st and 15. He'll take the snap, drops back, throws. That's caught by Cole Kmet, and he's tackled down to the Vikings 48. 48 seconds to go here in the fourth. It'll be 2nd and about 7. And Benjamin, I'll read that as soon as the game's over. We're down to 43 seconds as Fields going to rush from the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 5. Trips to the left. Fields will take the snap. They come with 4. Drops back, throws, got a man. Oh, my God. How do you not catch that? Khalil Herbert dropped it. 3rd and 5. I mean, Easy Lopez. This is like literally like 10 years later. Like I have like a new phone, and I didn't ever think I'd talk to her again. So there's no reason to block her. 30 seconds to go, 3rd and 5. And here's Fields from the 49 of Minnesota. Vikings come with 4. Fields rolling out under pressure. And he's just going to get rid of this. 4th and 5. This will be the last play if they can't get the first down. 23 seconds to go here in the fourth. Incomplete pass and a kneel. We'll close it out. Love that. The smaller streams are always fun. I get to talk to you guys. I get to tell you guys embarrassing dating stories. Or we talk movies for 2 hours, which is I could do for 10 hours. I love movies. Always love doing these streams with you guys. You guys are the best. Cousins only has 87 yards passing tonight. Oh, my God. I don't care. He won. But 12 for 24, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Career low for Kirk Cousins. So here we go. Shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, drops back to pass. Fields throws, got a man that's caught. That's Jimmy Graham, actually, up to the 36. But they're out of timeouts. They're going to have to spike it. Or they may not even run another play. 10 seconds to go. I think they're going to spike it once. And they will. 6 seconds to go. Let me read Benjamin's chat real quick. I'm going to read it right now, Benjamin. Benjamin, thank you very much. So like her, if she did that to you, you should have filed a domestic abuse charge versus her. I still remember Jessica marrying the Asian dude. No wonder I hate Ned so much. Probably related to the other dude. I didn't date that girl, Jessica, that you saw in that picture a long time ago. That was actually my friend Paul's sister. That I went to a wedding with her, but I didn't date her. 2nd and 10. Fields takes the snap, throws. That's caught by Bird to the 30, to the 20. Out of bounds, stops the clock. It's going to give the Bears one more play from the 19-yard line. But yeah, I probably could have sued for domestic abuse. But then as a guy, I'd probably look like a pussy. So probably not going to do that. But I should have dumped her then and there. But you learn. 1 second to go. This will be the last play for the Bears. This will be the last play of the game. But Benjamin, man, thank you again, man. You didn't have to do that. Chris, did the singer give you the Gluck Gluck 9,000 that night? No, Nikki, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not, Nikki. Fields is going to throw it up to the end zone. That's caught. They're going to get a garbage time touchdown here. Oh, they're not going to do it. What was the spread on this game? What was the spread on this game? Because that should have been a touchdown, and they're not going to rule it a touchdown. I think he caught that in the end zone. That's a touchdown. No? I mean, he crossed the plane, and then he got hit back into the field of play. Oh, the spread was 3.5? So it doesn't matter. Maybe he didn't have control in the end zone. Okay, got to get some sleep for work later, man. See, I thought because he's in the end zone, once he hits him, I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. But, oh, now they gave it to him. They gave him the touchdown. I was going to say, I feel like once the ball crosses the plane, if they have possession, it's a touchdown. It's not like it's different in the end zone than it is anywhere else on the field. Like, yes, if you catch that on the 10 and get pushed back to the 11, the ball gets spotted at the 11. But if you cross the plane in the end zone, it's a touchdown. So they did rule it a touchdown, but it's not going to matter. Apparently, the spread was 3.5. So, but Justin Fields does get a garbage time touchdown if you got him in fantasy to pair the stats. 17-9. Let's change the scoreboard real quick. As Minnesota wins by 8. But we got what we wanted as Giants fans. Minnesota beat them, so that's all we wanted. Marco says, good night, man. You too, man. Giants fans get dumped because we're Giants fans. I might have been Jimmy Graham. I'll tell you right now who quoted. It was, somebody I've never heard of. It was Jesper Horsted. So that probably didn't help you in fantasy. But maybe somebody had Justin Fields in like daily, who actually had a pretty good statistical game. He had 285 yards and a touchdown. And he actually made a couple of nice plays tonight. I was actually somewhat impressed by Fields tonight. He played okay. 4 a.m. in the UK. You're the man, dude, Evan, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. No, they didn't kick the extra point. I guess because the game's over. You could rate Bad Dog if you want. Not that it matters. He's got he's probably got 3,000 people in there for those Lakers streams. He's not going to see you. There's too many people in there. The spread was Vikings -7. Get the hell out of here. So if they would have kicked the extra point, it would have been a push. If that's true. Wow. So if they kicked the extra point, it would have been a push. Wow. Crazy, man. Oh, he's not doing a Lakers stream? It's just like a Giant. Oh, I thought it was a Lakers stream, Matthew. He's doing like a Giants hangout. Yeah, going over there. I'm going to close this out in 5 minutes anyway, so going over there. Ed Tatum, Sports Burner, man, you have a good night, man. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. So can the Texans and Jets just win out? Shaking my head. I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. But I think we're capped out. I don't think we're getting any higher than 5. And I don't think we're getting any lower than 8. I think it's going to be between 5 and 8. But yeah, go on over to Bad Dogs, man. I'm gonna close this out anyway. I just want to do a stream with you guys, being that there's not a whole lot to talk about right now, and it's always fun to talk some Giants with you guys. Just have fun, talk movies, whatever. I know my most loyal subscribers are going to be in streams like this, and I was pumped up actually to watch the Bears tonight. Not that I was excited for the game, but to hopefully assist our draft pick, and we got it. Not that we're going to move up, but the main thing is we're not moving down. So we're still at that 5-6 range, and we'll see what we got going forward. Roll you in here, come out wherever you are. How many first round picks did the Giants have? The Giants have 2, Ray, but right now it's the 5th and 6th picks, which is like really high. And they got an early 2nd round pick as well. So, but yeah, if the season ended today, they'd have the 5th and 6th pick, which you get big time difference makers with that. Chris, Brady sucking saved my fantasy. That's awesome, Nikki. Brady sucking is going to give Aaron Rodgers the MVP award. Now, some people are saying Jonathan Taylor, but I think I'd give it to Rodgers right now. But we'll see. Maybe it will be Jonathan Taylor. I had to. I know you did, Carlos. I try to come to your streams as much as possible. Sometimes it's hard on Sundays. No, man, are you kidding me, Matthew? I appreciate anybody that ever pops in, anybody that watches the videos. If we draft right, exactly, Bezos. Running backs don't get MVP. The last running back to get an MVP was Adrian Peterson, and that was about 10 years ago. Taylor is having a ridiculous year, but I don't think he should win it, to be honest with you. And I think it should be Rodgers. I think Rodgers means more to his team than Taylor does. Like, do I think Jonathan Taylor is the same player in almost any other circumstance? Probably not. I mean, the Colts have a great offensive line. He's great, though. I don't want to take anything away from him, but I would give it to Rodgers. And Benjamin, man, thank you very much. Hashtag petition to find you a new Greg. No, Greg's the man. Because the current one ain't doing it for me. I'm all for sending KP, Max, and Brandon Rodgers to space and leave them there. But guys, I am going to close this out. Going over to Bad Dogs, hang out with him. I'm going to get some sleep. It's 11:26. I'll probably have a video out tomorrow if there's something worth talking about. And I probably will be live for the Knicks tomorrow. We'll see. But thank you to everybody, all the support you guys always show on the channel. Have so much fun. Can't wait to rock my Aaron Rodgers. That's awesome, Nick. Yeah, I'm going to be rooting for Rodgers as well, Nikki. But guys, have a great rest of your night. Thank you guys for all the support you guys always show. And yeah, right now, Giants sitting at 5-6, so that's good news. Good night, guys.